Who's which guy? That is actually the gnome from the library in the basement. He has a picture now.
Oh, you didn't give him a picture last time.
It's true. Now he exists.
Who is that?
Oh, look at him. He's so pleasant looking.
Such a redhead.
Ah,
You guys destroyed his shelves.
he's a cool
Oh,
gnome.
I need to finish. I need to fix that token. There's a little bit of some white shit on there.
Jeez, we didn't know you were that excited.
I like the redhead. I'm the redhead now. That's how this works.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Well-
not, so I'm fairly certain that you would have no problem dyeing your hair at any given
Going
point in time.
to
Yep.
go to the military's hair salon. They have one of those, right?
Totally.
Yeah,
Oh, there's noise.
the official hair salon.
Is that Is
Uh-uh,
that
heck.
Simoleon I'm hearing outside?
Anyways,
Somalians. No.
Last time
pirates.
on Pathfinder.
that's right. So last time you guys were talking to the general. Actually, that's louder than I thought it would be. Let me turn that down. So last time you guys were talking to the general about missions and status, and you guys were kind of bickering amongst yourselves, and Tobias interrupted and asked the general when they could get started with the rescue mission for Kari, who is now missing. Sorry.
For who?
And I
Kari.
presented to them, yeah, the one I was hitting on, the mute chick
Mm-hmm.
from our training
Kirk.
days.
I poke at you and say, hey, are you going to tell him about the dead guy?
Probably shouldn't do that in front of his father. Just pointing it out, we're still in front of his father.
I attempt to
that's
shush
the
you.
father. Oh, okay.
That's the
Whoops,
father
never mind.
right there.
Never mind. I'm whispering
You're
really
like,
quietly.
oh, he's right there.
I'll let you get away with that one, but next time be more cautious.
Okay.
So let's see. What else was there? You guys asked about Cycle's father, who you then found out kind of his general vicinity. Like, you don't really know where Kari or your dad are. You have a general area where they might be. You guys found out that there was a group of monster hunters to the south of Sylvanost that they would like to contact and see if they can get them to defend Unstar, which is east of where they're at, because right now there's a force of Etherians marching there. Actually, let's just pop back onto the world map.
Was Saverick one of them at some point or something? I
Yes.
thought I remember him
I heard
being
the
connected.
whoosh.
Okay.
Yep, just for you.
Fantastic.
I heard
Well
it too.
Oops, I moved that. I did not mean to move that. Okay. So basically, the general would like to see if he can convince these guys to come over here and intercept.
Are they allies?
No,
Those are the mercenaries.
basically, yeah. They've been keeping to themselves as far as the general knows. They've been kind of boarding up in there and not really doing much of anything.
Shouldn't be hard to convince
I
the monster
see.
hunters that the Etherians are monsters.
One would
I'm a
think.
bird. I have the feeling they're probably going to attack me.
Saverick
So I'm
was
gonna make
one
sure
of
that.
them.
Yeah, it might be important to note that Saverick is one of them, and he's not exactly, shall we say, non-monstrous.
Right. So I feel like if he was cool with them, you'll be
But he's
cool.
vaguely human.
It's not like they attack anything that looks horrible. They attack
He's a
monsters that
daywalking
are.
vampire.
Well, I guess Saverick isn't technically in the room with you guys right now, so
Yep. Get my splish splash on.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Splish
Splish
Splash, he
Splash.
was
Splish
taking a
Splash,
bath.
I'm
Taking a
bath. Everybody
Getting
knows
so
that here, it
clean.
seems.
Getting really dirty.
Okay. So we need to decide what we're gonna pursue.
Yes.
I thought we were gonna go save a person.
Yeah, from what
Oh, and you were also
I mean,
told
I put in
about
my 2
these
cents.
purple locations being possible shrines.
Right. Then we're gonna go save
There
a
was a crazy
person,
path that was involved.
Yeah, and then
Mhm.
go down south and then come up back north.
I say we do a loop. All right, where's my
Yeah,
little
that's
pen?
that's what I was saying yesterday. I was saying we go down, get Kari, go from there, and I said maybe they should try to take Thorold and keep it safe. Like they send a unit to defend Thorold, which the last city of Thorold has walled itself off and is holding off the Etherians. And these guys were going south. So after we get her, we go down to these guys, and then after dealing with them, go to the monster hunters, and then continue our way south.
Okay.
to
Probably
those
go the other way
recruits.
around.
So wait,
Probably
which one is the
go
library?
Monster Hunters and then cut it off.
Which one's the library?
OnStar has a library.
OnStar. Okay, I feel like
Yeah.
that could be important. So, just in order of priority for things we do. So let's just make a loop, like the quickest route. So we'll go here, then here,
Yeah.
here. Convince them to do the work. Here, 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 and I think we're basically done at that point.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Cause,
Ah,
cause fuck them. Fuck them.
okay.
Fuck them.
So, you're putting your dad last?
No, first. Then
Oh.
points of power, then mercenaries, and convince them to actually fight people. Then points of power because I'm so lusting for power. I gotta have it. Gotta fucking have it, guys. Like my morning coffee. And then back to Sylvan.
I talk to Cycle and be like, hey, there's a very big library in OnStar, and chances are there's a lot of knowledge that you can gain there.
Short departure to
So-
OnStar, back to the points of power.
I'm
Clever.
thinking
But that
we go
leaves
save
Kari
Kari.
out here, who's being currently who
Mhm.
knows what.
Listen, we don't
Last-
have time for every little thing. We're not even bothered with her. Fuck
But
her.
she's important
She's a-
because
yeah,
she's
she's a magic user.
magic person.
Well,
Imagine
No
if you had the
offense.
ability
how
to blow
magic
things up
can
with
she
your
really
mind.
be? Imagine if you had the ability to blow things up with bombs.
Well, she can
Yeah,
blow
she
up
can do
things with her
that and her mind.
hands and her mind.
Are you? How do we know that?
We watched it.
We fought her.
Yeah,
'Cause
during
I
the
wa-
field.
Did she
Field
blow
training.
things up with her hands? Because I just remember
Oh.
her.
Fireball.
Did she launch a
Wait, wasn't
fireball?
she at the table and
Okay.
doing a little fire trick?
All right.
Yeah. I say we should go see. Either we save Kari first and then go see your dad, and then do the loopy loop.
Okay.
Because as
All
far
right,
as
new
we know,
plan.
Kari is the one who's
Pick up my
actually in
dad.
trouble. We know that for sure.
Right.
Kill Kari. I use blood transcription. Learn
Kill?
all of her spells.
No,
Down
no, no,
points
no,
of
no,
power.
No,
It's a quick
save.
loop. Quick
No.
loop. Convince
No
the
killing.
company to go do stuff. OnStar, learn how to do spells. Points of power from me. And then back.
Oh,
I have
does
no idea
anyone
about
want to
OnStar.
roll a knowledge on OnStar? I just read a message in the
I-
box.
Be knowledge local?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or history.
I can't seem to select that last little divot there.
Well, I agree with everything except for the killing.
I have blood transcription. How the fuck am I going to use that if we don't kill her? You're wasting all of our resources.
I feel
I'm
like you
scared.
should kill someone else. It's not so valuable.
I look at Xanthem and I go,
Come on.
I actually,
You'll thank me in the long run.
as
Fine.
an aside, Ryan, I would have a hard time believing that you would be rushed to save your dad.
why's that?
Doesn't really help you. You're more powerful than he is.
And that's not my only thing. I'm just neutral. I only care about me and my stuff. That's all. It doesn't mean I don't care
How
about
awesome
my
would it be
family.
to have someone to blow shit up with their mind with us?
But chaotic neutral, which is I talked to Darp. I feel like that's basically what my character is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also cares about his group, so that would include my dad, I think.
It include like you care about your group because it ensures your survival.
Basically
Yes.
that.
But
Yeah, so
again,
you wouldn't
would it
care
not
about your
be
dad because it
great-
doesn't ensure your survival.
Yeah,
Like,
he
it
would
doesn't benefit
just
you.
hang out here. Meanwhile, if we save Kari first,
No,
she can throw
can
fireballs
care.
at fools.
I can care about my dad if I want
Yeah.
to. I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing
Yep.
for a chaotic neutral person to do. They're not
Yep.
a sociopath.
Well, and the other thing is your alignments are
Fuck.
guidelines anyway. They
Mhm.
don't govern your every choice.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. And I
definitely.
spent a lot of time learning with it with my dad. It's not like he was an absentee father.
Yeah. Good point. I definitely think that saving Kari and your dad
Severed
are
is sad.
probably on that list of priorities. So whichever one we want to save first, and then from there we can decide how to continue.
Does
Well,
anyone
as
wanna
far
help
as we
me?
know, the one who was kidnapped and taken by people we know, well, can assume our enemies is Kari. Meanwhile, your father did, from all reports, get away. He's making his way into friendly territory. So currently, as far as we know, your father's doing a lot better off than Kari.
Could be, but he's also wily.
He's very
Well, we
wily, which
saw-
ensures his survival.
We saw her blow stuff up.
We did see her blow
All right.
stuff up.
Let's go get Car. Sorry.
So
I
hold
know
on, how's that?
CPR.
Let's go get Car.
You're the only one that sees this handout.
Oh, okay.
How's that looking so far? Because Sylvanost will send their forces to the fortified city of Thorold. We'll make our way to where Kari was last seen and try to investigate what happened there. If we find a lead, we'll go for her. After that, we will check the last known location of your father, make our way between the lakes down, and try to cut off the army going down toward the going down south.
Keep
To
in
make
mind
sure that-
that our mission with the monster hunters is to convince them to cut off the army heading toward Death Star.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, what would basically be happening is in the time we also search for your father, this army will probably make it down to M-Star. So what we could do is head to the monster hunters after we check out the shrine, and then convince them to back us up in M-Star, because they're probably heading there, to try to fortify that town as one of their next places. Maybe a foothold to the next city they'll try to take. Or, you know, just another outpost. But if we manage to get to the monster hunters and do that, then we have more powerful allies on our side. So the more allies allies is what we need.
All right,
Mhm.
let's go.
Kari can shoot fireballs, and your dad can make potions. So
Let's do
those
it.
would take precedence.
I am game for that.
Look at the Mayer family leading the way.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. I may have deleted Thomas the Bull.
Who?
Oh, that's
God
fine.
damn.
How do I
You
undo
don't really
that?
know where he is. You can hit Control Z.
He's gone. He went off and did his own thing. Who knows? He's probably in a tavern somewhere.
Do you guys see this thing? I can't get rid of it. Can't select it.
Get
for
rid of
some-
His line that he drew.
Highlight it real quick. Like, actually
got
click
it.
and hold and
I
highlight.
can't highlight. I tried to.
I got it.
couldn't do it.
Alright, Severick, you heard everything?
No, I'm not there.
Error.
Well, we could
We're gonna
ask him. Well,
Oh no,
we
go
could go and ask him if he knows. I mean, he's a monster hunter. Perhaps we could ask him if he knows of any. If he might know these people.
Ooh,
'Cause, you know-
good. Yes, let's.
If he has
Oh.
past affiliations with them, we'd probably have a bit better of a sway.
Let's tell the general our plan, and then ask for our payment for Ravenhill, as it'll assist
yeah.
us in our journey.
'Kay.
Give us some money, man.
I want our fucking money. Hey, bud.
All right,
All
I
right.
step up to the general and I say, so we're prepared to take on some more jobs, but first, we deserve payment. We completed the job at Ravenhill.
Okay.
And brought back the information.
Yes, you did quite well. You will need to seek out the quartermaster, and you will need to write your reports.
Is he downstairs?
Jesus.
The quartermaster is in
Where's
the
the
auxiliary
quartermaster?
armory.
Auxiliary armory it is.
It's so dark.
What?
Not for me.
Oh yeah, you have like confined vision because you're inside the keep. You gotta go out through
Is
the
this-
door.
The auxiliary army was downstairs in the like near the prison, right?
It says auxiliary army right there.
Oh, well, we can't see it because
Oh.
the whole map is completely.
You know what? Let me do global
Confined
illumination and
Yeah.
turn off line of sight. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
You.
It's much easier.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
Anyway, so the other. Hello. Okay, so we need
Actually,
to...
hold on. I'm gonna ask Saverick about his thingy.
Okay.
Well, he's in the bathhouse, so let's go find him in the bathhouse.
Oh well, we should probably
I
wait
step
till
up
he's
to the
done
door
splish
and
splashing his
have-
back.
I'm incredibly naked.
Oh
Oh my.
With the
So
Roman
much.
style bathhouse, everyone is
Vampire
fascinated.
pigs.
So
I think someone else in this room is using Narrowed Fascination.
Oh.
I would think that it's something that nobody really cares about because you're in a bathhouse and it's expected.
Savrit doesn't care.
He's too old for that shit.
Naked
Anyways.
is the day he was spawned.
I peek in the door and say, "Hey, Savrik, when you're done with your bath, we would like to ask you some questions about our missions that we've got."
All right.
Cool beans. We're gonna be in the auxiliary armory when you're done.
I'll find you shortly.
Boop-a-da-boop.
How shortly?
You weren't there, so you
You-
can't ask him that. Wait,
You
no,
told
you
me,
just,
though.
you just like ran
I
all the way
looked
over
down at my
and
dick and
asked
say,
how
not
short.
this shortly.
How You jerking it? You jerking it? You sneaky jerking? Okay, I'm back. Let's get paid.
All
So
right.
what do we need to do to write our reports and get money?
There is.
Wasn't Kirik keeping a? Or weren't you keeping a journal? Wasn't that
Unfortunately, I
report
didn't
enough?
have the money. We had a bloodied journal that,
Ah.
yeah. We roll for the reports.
Yes.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
You can take a 10 and write a general report.
I'm not doing
Oh.
that.
I know what's gonna happen though.
Roll. You're gonna roll in
Like-
that one.
Wait,
Oh.
okay, so you can roll and it just writes your report.
Oh!
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Hey, way to go.
In perfect detail.
That's like
Yep.
an advanced placement report.
Yep.
Wow.
He wrote a fucking novel.
He's an
He wrote a
overachiever.
PhD dissertation.
You're promoted.
He wrote a thesis.
I gotta be a lore master now.
I
You're
didn't
now
do so
like the under general,
well. Oh, I got normal at least. Wait, no, I didn't. I got easy. Or
the
wait, I don't
general
know.
of all
What?
the monsters.
The mission mod is something you multiply by. So your check result times your mission mod times your character level. So Kirik is gonna make out like a bandit, basically.
But he keeps all
How
the
did
money
you guys
anyways.
get profession soldier?
You have one rank in it automatically at the start of
I
the
mean-
game.
No, I know,
I
but
gotta-
do you have it in your sheet already?
Yeah, if you go to
I have
your
like 3
sheet
professions.
and go down to profession, you can just type in soldier next to it, and then put
Gotcha.
one rank in it, and then make sure that you don't have like class skill or something.
I hand my like 300-page report to the man in the auxiliary armory, and I explain. Hopefully, you can read my chicken scratch.
The Kirik, so the quartermaster looks over the counter at you and just looks flabbergasted that there's this stack of paper on his desk, and he starts like skimming through it, and he just goes whatever and drops a bag of gold on the counter.
Damn it. So wait, 24 times 8 times. Wait, what?
Yeah, you get 960 gold. You did the math right.
Damn.
Okay, so how does this
Yeah.
work? I do my roll times 8 times what?
So it's your mission mod, which is 8, times your character level, which is 5, times your roll, which was 5.
Okay, so I get 200 gold.
Yes.
I have 1900 gold. Keep in mind, I have 2 different gold pouches. One is my personal gold. The rest is our little coffer that we're keeping.
Ugh, I did bad.
So Zuzu, you also get 200 gold.
Cool.
I still don't understand. Like, how do you put this into your sheet?
Under skills.
It's under skills.
Under
so like it
skill,
would be,
I've gotten that far. I'm talking about the
profession.
modifiers.
Oh, well, the modifier is like what you're going to times your roll by for how detailed your report's going to be. It's more or less
Yeah.
just a thing of how much money you're getting.
Yeah, I get that. I mean,
So
like, where would I
in-
put that into the sheet?
Okay, so after you in your sheet profession write in soldier, if you go over
Yeah.
when there's like the 3 columns that you can input numbers into,
Uh-huh.
put in 1 in the second column. And then your mod is probably going to be 4 after that, in which case you should do -3 in the column after that, so that you get to like just a +1. Or you could just do /roll20 +1.
You're talking about the racial feat and item slot, or like rows,
Yes.
columns?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's where I was getting thrown. So 0, 1.
And then I don't know because it's wisdom based. I get like this +3 for some reason, which I had to subtract out.
+3 because all professions are class skills.
Gotcha. But I don't get class skill bonus.
Okay.
But I thought I didn't.
Well,
said
you
something
don't for
that-
the free point. If you put a
Yeah.
point into it, then you do, but you haven't yet. So
I take a 10.
that's an excellent plan.
I don't fucking get this shit.
It's weird.
So taking a 10
I don't know what's
means
not to get.
that you automatically roll a 10. Like you're careful with your report. You don't just wing it.
Right.
So you automatically get a 10 on your dice, and then you add your profession soldier, which I guess would be 1.
I guess it's 1.
So then it's 11 times 8 times 5.
440.
Yes.
Rolling in it.
Hindsight
that's because of my
2020. I
brother.
should have taken a 10.
Yeah.
Does Savik roll it or no? He's not gonna pay me.
He's not a soldier.
Well,
We give him some money.
But he.
Quartermaster. I had a question to the quartermaster.
Well, it sounded like Cycle had a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought got confused. I thought that Savrik's character was his original character who was a soldier, and then I
Yeah.
remembered. Oh no, we met him on the road.
Okay. What was your question for the
I
quartermaster?
will point out this is the third person that looks exactly the same that we've met on our adventure.
Doppelganger.
Second.
It's very odd. Well, the other guy, he sounded exactly the same anyway.
Attractive men with long, flowing white hair and cat eyes are pretty common around here.
It's true. Okay, I'm done.
Quartermaster, buying things around here, would we have to go to the civilian quarters, or could we purchase any kind of extra things here?
Sorry, say that again.
Could we purchase items here for our journeys, or would we have to go over to the civilian quarter?
Absolutely. We can provide you with what you need.
Do you have a list of what you might have here?
I do have a short list. Do you have anything you're looking for in particular?
I'm looking for a very secure box, because as of late, we've basically just been carrying our gold around in our purse. So I was thinking, if there was any way, can we like store money here?
Like in a
You.
bank?
Put away savings?
Is this a bank?
Well, not
Investing.
here, but like, could we? If I bought like a strong box, I could leave it with our parents, the mayor parents, and
We
could
could
put a
send
little
it to the central bank in Erinth, but then it could
I
take a
mean-
while for you to get your money back.
yeah, we could probably just keep it here. Just I'd need a strong box.
Is there any reason why we wouldn't want to carry our money with us?
I'm carrying mine
'Cause if
with us.
Well,
We have
there's
a
other
shit ton of
things.
money.
We do have a shit ton of money. No offense, quartermaster.
Okay. We could spend it. Get
Yeah, no,
exchange.
that's the
Spend it
point.
on
I want to spend it, but what
Also,
we
is
have
there
left.
anything that we want to sell from everything that we've found?
Oh shit! Hang on. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Are
we
you
have a ton
looking
of
for
stuff that we want to
items?
sell.
We can take anything that you don't need.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've got jewelry. We've got the spyglass, which might actually come in handy. We have the Cortez. Oh, we don't have the Cortez outfit. I made our prisoner wear that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
My
best.
delicious sandwich objects. Masterwork crossbow, 20 bolts. Does anyone want that?
No, thank you.
I don't think we.
No.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty much good.
Yeah. I've got my trail rations, which are probably about to go bad, so we should probably redo those. Fill up my water skin. Other than that, it's basically just this jewelry, a masterwork crossbow with a couple, about 20 bolts, and.
Do you have values on all that stuff? Because there
I
should
do,
have been
yes.
values with it. Yeah. Okay.
I do. Oh, and a masterwork rapier.
Okay. So those values are all true. So I need an appraise roll from someone.
I
Okay.
think we all know
Who the
who
good
should
appraiser?
roll the appraise roll.
Do it up.
The smart guy.
Damn it. Oh, that's okay.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
I mean, add 150 on anything that's masterwork. So I think like a rapier would be like masterwork rapier's 170.
The true values,
So-
I should have been giving you
yeah.
the true values of each item, because some of them were broken or damaged or etc.
You did. The spyglass was slightly broken. It's like, I don't know. It's not completely busted, but it's 548 GP for a spyglass.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just reading appraise real quick, because I don't remember the exact rules. Okay, so you need to set an asking price.
Well, Mr. Sellman, what would be our asking price? Because, you know, if I've
Well,
got the values
Mr.
here,
If you know
Money
the
holding
values,
man.
you always ask for more.
But I need to give you the value of the objects because you just rolled. So, sell for half rule allows fair price for standard items in normal circumstances. In general, a character can sell an item for half its listed price. This keeps players from getting bogged down with bargaining to NPCs to cover over 10 gold on a 10,000 gold piece item, and maintains the game balance by not allowing players to use bargaining to exceed the wealth by level guidelines by buying low and selling high. The sell for half rule allows... Okay, so basically you sell for half automatically? Is what I'm hearing?
I mean, if you wanted, that'd be more or less a house rule if you wanted to do that.
Oh, but you
I
can
added
bargain if
everything
you
up.
want to.
Yeah, I added everything up from our true value and everything from what we believe it to be, and it added up to about 1,054. So if we kind of meet him at like 850,
1,000? Oh, 850, okay.
he's probably not going to do 1,000.
Hmm.
Is that your asking price then?
I mean, how's that sound, dog? You're the appraisal man.
I didn't hear that part. I was looking. Sorry.
I did the math, and
Sounds
it's like-
good.
so 850 for his asking price.
Yeah.
About 300 more than half, but fair considering the quality merchandise that I'm getting.
Very quality.
I mean, it's literally jewelry. Someone's always looking to look pretty, and if not, you can melt it down for gold coin to fund your war machine, quotes.
Okay. Well, he rolls a relatively good appraise, and he's going to offer you 780 for that.
Say
About a 60
800.
gold difference. It's a 60 gold difference or so.
I'm cool with that. 800. Take it or leave it. I say kindly.
For 20 GP,
Yes.
Just 20
like
more.
I could buy like
Yeah.
1 week of.
You're not helping. We're trying to help.
I'm going to have to decline then.
What?
Oh
He was
yeah.
not speaking for this group.
780 accepted. I'm a very poor haggler.
Okay, sure. Yeah, just put everything in the box to the right of the counter there.
790.
Uh,
80.
Thought we had a deal here. What's
Okay.
going on?
Deal.
Stop hassling.
Never
him,
mind
come
him.
1 million.
I swear, new recruits.
You don't want to see.
And he
where
drops
this
a
is
bag
gonna
of gold
keep
on the
going.
counter.
All right.
Sweets.
I'll
Right.
add that to our coffer. I mean,
Okay,
those
so we've
just
sold
kinda
the
really
items
fun.
that we had, and now we are buying things.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You needed to buy things. People
I have
who
a
buy
list of
things.
the stuff that he has.
Do you have any scrolls? I'm interested in scrolls, magic spells, potions.
As
Things
of
you
right now,
like.
actually, we are attempting to get your mother to start writing some scrolls for us, because she's here in town.
My mom.
So
So,
special.
once she gets some of those completed, we'll start
question.
offering some.
Can't you just get
Question,
them
were
for
we keeping the
free for your
spyglass?
mom?
Yeah, that's my question. I'll get Mom to write me some scrolls.
I don't
Were
think
we,
were.
were we
Kirik.
keeping the spyglass? We weren't. Okay.
Only because it's not very useful for us to keep.
It kind of can be. It gives you a bonus to perception.
If I may interject, gentlemen, I'm offering you my wares.
Do
Do you
you
have any
have the list?
potions available?
I wish we had an alchemist. You may have heard that he's missing.
He is an alchemist.
Bitch, my dad! You tell me the two things I want, the things my mom and dad have, and they're either busy or lost.
We always look to our parents for things we want, huh?
Yeah, that
Mhm.
sounds about right.
Could a perception check give us a list of the items that he has?
He's
No, he's gonna give us a list.
Yeah. So
Okay.
then he goes on to say that with the recent influx of magic users, we actually have some magical arms and armor now, which is something I have never been able to say before, and it feels weird. So here is a list of everything that I have.
Feels weird. Yeah.
Actually, let me do this as a handout. Chat will be
Feels
weird.
good.
Yeah, because it might overlap, or like, you know, it'll be a clusterfuck in that. Creeping.
Yep.
Chain shirts expensive. Because they're all expensive.
What's creeping? It's
I
making
sup-
good at stalking people.
I suppose you would have to roll spellcraft for that.
Ah.
What's creeping?
Creeping.
Fuck!
Oh.
My nat 1 spellcraft is still fucking high though.
Jeez.
That's pretty high.
So yeah, Cycle believes pretty firmly that that just helps people sneak around.
Mm-hmm.
What do I believe?
I want it for that reason.
You know that a suit
You
of...
do.
Oh wow,
Mhm.
that's hilarious. A suit of creeping armor is made to keep one's wearer's movements covert.
There you go.
The armor check penalty does not apply to the wearer's stealth
Yeah.
checks. Once per day, the wearer can speak a command word to grant himself a bonus stealth check equal to the armor's enhancement bonus for 1 minute.
Wait, say that last bit again, because I don't
So-
think I understood.
Basically, you can once per day you can get +1 to stealth. Basically.
Okay.
For a minute.
Well, that creeping armor sure looks pretty good. And we have a rogue in the party, so I vote we pool all of our resources and
We don't need to
don't
do that.
fucking buy that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he can't wear a chain shirt anyway,
I
can
did-
he?
Oh, you can't?
No, it's medium. I can wear it.
Okay.
How much gold do we
Jeez.
have anyway?
A
We
lot.
have, I'll add it up. Hang on. My personal gold is 1900. The party's gold is 4,964. Now, I don't know if you guys have been keeping any for yourselves, if you seem to have just been pouring it
I
into
think
my
you've
pocket.
been taking all of it.
Personal gold is
I
1600.
haven't been taking all of it.
He's
You've
just
been
beginning with
giving
all
it
of our
to me.
stuff.
Well,
And I've
that's-
been accepting it.
Well,
He's
I
our
don't,
accountant.
I don't know that I necessarily agree with that. I don't recall being consulted ever about that.
Actually, I do have a question though. Who took the cloaks of resistance?
You're wearing one, I'm wearing one, and we only
he's-
had two?
Wait, why am I wearing one?
He's not wearing. You're not wearing one.
No,
You're
no,
wearing
no.
one of the patch cloak
I'm
thingies.
wearing the patch cloak. Yeah.
Well, the patch, that,
That's a-
like,
That's a different slot, though. You
That's
can
a
wear
different
both.
slot.
Yeah, I know.
You can wear
Oh.
But
both, and so we
I
decided you
feel
were wearing
greedy wearing
the-
both of them.
Well, no, you.
Meh.
The thing is, like, you're also squishy and in combat and roll nat ones all the time,
Mhm.
so like it was pretty much executive decision to allow you to
And-
have that,
I mean, I'm
And-
not-
so that you would
and roll nat
survive.
ones all the time.
If I roll a nat 1, a cloak of resistance isn't going to help.
It's true, but we're doing the
I'm
best
go-
we can.
Trying to save.
I
your
mean,
life
I
here.
appreciate it,
Just
but-
accept it.
Just the +1 then.
Yeah, I think you guys had a +1 and a +2.
We do.
Yeah, and I think I took the +1, and Kirik got the +2.
No, I'll take the.
Which, by the way, I
I'll take
made
the-
you a
I'll take
thing,
the +1.
Carrick.
Yay! That does look like
Okay,
a piece of
well,
shit.
if you're wearing the
that over my bird.
+1, then I'll be wearing the +2. Let me
Yeah,
change
you're a
mine.
lot squishier than me. I at least do have some armor.
Well, I have masterwork. What is it? Cestus? Is that my armor? I have leaf armor or some shit. I don't remember. I thought maybe that's not true. Masterwork leaf armor.
Jesus, that's expensive.
Yeah, that's what I spent like all my fucking money on.
Okay, so
Wow.
changing my resistance to +2. Oh yeah.
So the quartermaster like points to the walls and names everything, and he's like, "Does any of this interest you?"
That
I'm
robe of
looking,
useful
I'm
items
looking.
sure
I'm
looks cool.
curious what Dastard is, but I've lost my character token, so I can't roll. There we go. What is Dastard?
I don't think I need that stuff.
Okay, so he shows you this suit of armor, and you notice that it's magical, and you use your cunning spellcraft abilities to discern that this armor special ability works only for evil creatures with the challenge ability, such as Cavaliers, or the smite good ability, such as anti-paladins, half-fiends, and creatures with the fiendish creature template. Aware with one of these abilities gains +2 profane bonus to AC against attacks from the chosen opponent. So I guess that's actually a terrible thing for these people to have. Forget it,
Yep.
the Dastard armors are gone. They don't exist.
Hey, Elithus, you still have that tree feather token, right?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure, because, you know, I'm trying to clean up my inventory. Because
Yep,
as of lately,
I got
I've been having everything. I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm wearing studded leather with a +3 AC. I'm not seeing that in here. That's where most of my starting money went. I started with a bunch. And I'm not really seeing anything in here that we'd really need. Armor-wise.
Yeah.
I'd second that.
General store speaking, we could probably use a few things.
Sure.
So
He has some general alchemy stuff, but no potions.
no potions. All right, that means. Fuck. Was it
He's
Tanglefoot bags? Is that what I
He's
wanted?
got Tanglefoot bags, he's got anti-plague, anti-venom, antitoxin, that kind of stuff.
What
Okay,
Can
so
I-
Not anything I want,
arrows?
just certain stuff. That's what I was thinking about. I thought I fucking bookmarked some kind of arrow I wanted to make for Zuzu.
Raining
Ooh,
arrows?
yeah.
I can't remember if that was through craft alchemy or potion
The arrows.
or something.
Do you have holy
Okay.
water?
Do have one more raining arrow, I think. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure.
I made
I
them.
used 2.
Does the armor have holy armor? Or holy water, sorry.
The raining arrows too. That I made for. Oh,
yeah, but I'm
shit.
just saying, like, you could make...
Okay,
the
that was
raining
just the
arrows as well.
armor, so let's bring out some weapons.
What's allying?
That's a good question.
32,000 gold? Why are you even looking at that?
Curious. I see magical things and I'm curious.
An
I'm sure
allying weapon
Cyclus
allows
also.
the wielder to transfer some or all of the weapon's enhancement bonus to one weapon being used by an ally of the wielder. The wielder must have line of sight to the intended ally. As a free action at the start of their turn before using their weapon, the wielder chooses how to allocate her weapon's enhancement bonus. The bonus to the ally's weapon lasts until the allying weapon's wielder's next turn. Jesus.
They seem to be above our pay grade right now.
So can I have some gold from the pot for this whip?
A whip.
What kind of whip?
Sounds a
+1
bit
weapon
kinky.
sheds light. Foes slain by this weapon are
Transformed into
transformed into rats.
Oh, look, more light shedding things.
I'm the
That's pretty
Lightbringer,
fucking legit.
And it turns them into animals.
Willard.
This is the perfect item for me.
And then you speak to them and make them follow you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Glad you walked in.
technically speaking, that wouldn't also have to be something. That could also be something for me, because I could choke people with it, and when they die, they turn into
Just
rats, and
garrote them.
they can't warn anyone.
Just
Yeah,
fucking
they
choke
can't
them
warn
out.
anyone.
Shh, go to sleep, my little rat friend. Shh.
Yeah, and then they turn into rats, and when they look for the body or anything, there's nothing. Just a rat.
Huh.
Yeah, like it would be a good thing for us as a party to have, because one, it kills when things die to it, they turn into rats, which we can talk to, and two,
How much?
when things
How
die
much
for
do
it,
you
they
have?
turn it.
How much do you have on you?
I have 1,600 on me, and we have like how much in the pot?
4,000 something.
And you'd need 701 if we were giving him his asking price. But
I
we
know
could
a
haggle.
certain Saverick that might go for this greatsword.
Nope.
Dude, I know a Saverick.
Vanish without a trace.
Yep.
Saverick.
No,
Saverick's not
no, he
here, and
wouldn't
he's
want that.
still taking a bath.
Yeah, that would
He
be.
wouldn't want that.
That's true.
Because if he kills his intended target, he has no proof.
Well, he would use this to kill everyone but the target.
That is
And
entirely
strength. Strength isn't my strong suit.
Hmm.
That's a good point. That's why he has the kukri and everything. And
Yar.
the glaive. Maybe the Bane undead short spear, but that's a bit expensive.
The whip isn't that
The whip
expensive.
yeah. I mean, it also has sheds light.
Just keep in mind that whips are non-lethal damage.
True, but I mean,
Wait.
it doesn't mean we can't coup d'etat them after they get knocked out.
I'm curious.
Coup de grace.
Whips do non-lethal damage, and the
Yeah.
weapon has a lethal damage active.
You
Please
can slay
explain.
someone with non-lethal damage. Non-lethal damage has to exceed their hit points, their current hit points. So like if somebody has 5 non-lethal and they have 5 current health, then they're at 0. And if they have, if they're at like -5 or something, then non-lethal just adds to your negative total. So you actually can
See,
kill someone
15.
with non-lethal.
It'd be -15 that you'd need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That kind of makes sense.
But like, it would just but think about it though. Elithus, you'd be standing above an unconscious corpse of a poor human being going, whip, 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 until finally they just turned into a rat.
Masochist.
I actually...
Sadist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
I would have a... One second. Let me think. I'm trying to think if my character would be able to.
It deals no damage to any creature with an armor bonus of +1 or higher, or a natural bonus of +3 or higher. So you would literally be doing nothing but using it to shed light on things. Until we knocked someone out, opened their armor up, and you whipped them in the chest.
I'm gonna add something here just for flavor, for roleplay. Is that okay?
Yep.
Yes, do it.
Totally.
Okay. Since Cycle, he hasn't revealed this to the group yet, but his constant drug use and tobacco smoking has started a small little tumor growing on his shoulder, and he hasn't really done anything about it. But he's percolating a plan, and you notice him kind of sifting through the gear, not the weapons, but the gear, looking for a pair of gloves, and he doesn't quite find what he wants, and he goes, perhaps later.
What gloves you looking for?
Poisoner's gloves.
Ah.
You were gonna poison your tumor?
No, but you can equip familiars with Poisoner's Gloves that allows them to do interesting, deliver touch spells and things on my behalf in combat to allies and enemies.
What if we, Darp, turned that whip into a war whip? So it actually does lethal damage and can actually be used on
Is
things
there?
with armor.
I don't think there is a war whip. There's like a scorpion whip.
The war whip does lethal damage and threatens any space within its range. It's in there, 1d8.
Huh.
So...
I would say you would need to find somebody who is adept at making whips in order to make that change.
Seems like a reasonable requirement.
What?
We'd have to find a whip
Or
maker
we-
Yeah.
in order to have him help us change the whip's properties.
I mean, more power to you if you wanted it, but I mean, you'd probably just use it on animals. And you being you, I
wouldn't
don't think
kill
you would
an
want to whip animals.
I actually wouldn't have a problem whipping an enemy to death if it turned them into animals.
Jesus
So-
Christ.
Just one more animal I can love.
No, like, they're an enemy, so I have every reason to want them dead. and at the same time they get turned into an animal, so they
Jesus.
return to nature,
And
so
I
I can
thought
justify
Dahl
killing
was the
them.
sadist.
He's just true
Well-
neutral. That's all.
I'm true neutral, so I am only okay with killing people if it means like I'm in danger because of it, and if it's an enemy, then. I'm
Or
in
if
danger
it
because of
restores the
God, it's
balance.
a good thing I kept
True.
an eye on Tim.
Yeah, I
I
almost
mean,
burned him to death.
I had no reason to kill Tim, but Cycle, however, Cycle had every
I
reason
did.
to
I
kill
had a
Tim.
great reason to kill Tim. I didn't fucking even like him, and that was it.
That was the reason.
Well then, I mean, everything in here is either too expensive or it's just a bit, you know, not particularly useful in our case. Severick might have wanted something, but
There's some alchemical reagents I'd be interested in purchasing.
Will somebody help me buy this
Well,
whip?
anything that we don't
yeah.
have on hand, I can write down and send out a request for, but it may be a little while until we get it.
Oh, also,
Poisoner's
actually,
gloves.
never
Do you
mind.
have
I don't need gold because apparently my gold just updated my sheet because of all the gold that I've been adding. I have 4,000 gold. I
There
can
you
buy
go.
the whip.
Damn. Well, buy yourself a gift.
what do you
bought
mean you have
myself a whip.
4,000?
I have 4,000 fucking gold.
Well, that,
4,000 fucking gold.
Okay, so you want the quartermaster to write a purchase request, right?
Yeah.
yes. I have something to request in that too. If you don't mind, though.
Go for it.
Sweet. Can I have a couple of blood leaves?
There's no guarantees that you're going to get anything on the list, but he's going to send it out and see what happens.
I'll
Right.
be a good boy for Crimbus.
I
water my
won't,
bush every
but I'll
day.
put them to terrible use in our favor. In our cause.
Well, I mean, mine's going to be turned into literal poison, so.
Is there a doctor or health person that could check us all out to make sure that we're doing good? Because I'm now kind of worried about this tumor thing.
You don't know about it, though.
No?
I haven't
You
told
know-
it about it.
That's meta.
No? That's meta?
Yep.
Oh,
That's meta. I said
Okay.
I've kept it to myself.
damn.
Just me smoking all this wacky tobacco. But I don't seem upset about it. You just notice me occasionally kind of fidgeting with my shoulder and just sort of checking on it.
Are you gonna be like fucking Nux? You're gonna put a little smiley face on? Give it a name.
Larry and Barry.
All right,
Choke it up, you
gentlemen
invite.
and lady. Is this all that we have on our list here?
What about arrows? Do you have any arrows?
Well, of course we
Purchase.
have ammunition and
Okay.
all simple weapons.
Cool.
What about some reagents for a Tanglefoot bag?
Uh,
I'll put it together.
What are the requirements for that?
The requirements for that are...
Actually, if that's standard crafting, you're assumed to be able to find the reagents in town. So yes, he has them.
I think that is. Alright, so that cost me 50 gold for a Tanglefoot bag.
Because I'm pretty sure it's just like tar and like a bag, right?
Yeah, where
More or
was it? I
less.
had it up.
Sticky goop that sticks to people's feet and
There we
makes it hard to move.
go.
It actually doesn't even have crafting
It's a
requirements.
small sack filled with tar, resin, and other sticky substances. When you throw a Tanglefoot bag at a creature, bag becomes apart and goo bursts out, entangling the target, and then becoming tough and resilient upon exposure to air.
Yeah, you
So
can
they'll take
definitely
longer
find
to
that here.
attack. Okay.
I have something else to request.
Sure.
Masterwork, like the best masterwork lockpicks you can find. I need me some better lockpicks. I've had problems recently.
I see.
I think we could all support that.
I lean in and try to whisper performance issues.
I've had lockpick dysfunction. Don't tell anyone.
We can also send off requests to any of our crafters, our magical crafters, if you would like something simpler.
I would
Short
love
swords
a
or-
better short
yeah.
sword.
Yeah.
Building a better
As-
mousetrap.
as someone who's more experienced with Pathfinder than I am, what could Saverick look at so far as better longswords?
Well, your current one is just masterwork, right? Or is it even that?
My longsword is just a longsword.
Oh, well, he can offer you a masterwork longsword right now, if you'd
Yeah,
like.
I gave you the Masterwork glaive, right?
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah.
You can definitely have a masterwork longsword right now if you'd like. He has those.
But you'd have
It's
to
like
get out of the
150
bath.
He's out of
I'm-
the bath.
I'm standing right behind you.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh! He just turns around like he's right there.
I'm shocked. I apparently didn't roll perception and totally didn't see you come into the room. Also, I'm
I
just
just-
staring at my new whip, thinking about all
Neither
the
did
rats
your
I'm gonna make
mother.
with it.
I felt a general sense of brooding enter the room, so I figured it was him.
A
and
general
grumbling.
sense of brooding.
Grumble,
Just sent you
grumble.
a link, Darp, to something else that I wanted to make. Though I think this works. If it works the way I think it is, it does. It's a spring-loaded wrist sheath. So before combat, I could load up like an extract or something in there, and then I could use that as a swift action.
Or it's a spring loaded. You could literally use it to spring load launch a bomb.
It
into
lets
someone's face.
you get the item as a swift action instead of digging around in your backpack or pulling it from your bandolier.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I would allow that.
So in effect, like I could like use one extract, quickly pop that, and use another one, or something like that.
No, because drinking would still take an action,
Gotcha.
but this would enable you to. It would be more efficient for your action economy if you had like a heal extract or something that you wanted quickly. Because I think the explanation that I've seen of this is that it can sometimes make the difference between life or death for a party member, because ordinarily it's a move action to get like a potion out of your bag, and then you need to move over to your party member, and then you have to wait a turn before you can give them the potion.
Gotcha.
Do
And
you
with
have
this-
any, by any chance,
Go ahead.
would I have any knowledge of other little like gadgets and stuff you could put on your weapons? Because if I remember correctly, Elithis, if you didn't want to buy that whip, there is, if I remember correctly, a thing that allows you. It's an undying thing. It's like a pipe on your weapon that allows you to hit someone with your weapon and then use a hydraulic push or an undying ability at the same time.
Mm,
I gotta look that up.
Never hit anyone with my weapon. I would
Uh,
literally
Undying
use this
weapon
whip to kill
shaft?
people.
Is it undying?
It says
Well, yeah,
Undyne
it's
Weapon
Undyne.
Shaft. It says Undynes incorporate a unique design when crafting shafted weapons such as quarterstaves, spears, tridents, and etc. Instead of a solid shaft, the weapon is built around a pipe of wood or metal with the butt sealed and the front end left open. As a full round action, an Undyne can make a single melee attack with the weapon and use hydraulic push spell-like ability against the target of that melee attack. So basically, you have a pool noodle as a weapon.
You hit them and then go and send them
Yeah.
flying back.
Yep.
So that, I don't know. I mean, you could stab someone and then make them go all the way across the room if they fail the roll. So, like, you could, as a last-minute effort,
You can also
stab
buy.
push.
I would say that you can buy weapon cords here as well, because those are super cheap.
What's a
I don't-
weapon cord?
A weapon cord is just like a rope. It's a 2-foot-long leather strap that attaches to your weapon. So if you drop it or disarmed, you can recover it as a move action. So you just like pull it and it comes back
Oh, it
to you.
just like stays like
Yeah.
connected to you, so you
Yep.
can just.
However, you cannot switch to a different weapon without first untying the cord as a full round action or cutting it as a move. Saverick, you might be interested in either a weapon cord or a locked gauntlet. Since you're
What's that?
A locked gauntlet is basically a gauntlet with a chain and lock over it. So you literally chain and lock your weapon into your hand so you can't be disarmed. But then you can't do anything else with that hand. So yeah.
I think he wants to maintain his options. It's an interesting thought though.
I've done it on a couple characters before when a DM started throwing disarms at me. Because I only had one weapon on my Magus, so locked gauntlet made a lot of sense.
Do you have any false bottom scabbards?
Yeah, I would say he has those.
Hang on, how much are those?
I don't know. They're 45 gold true value, so you would need to. He would make an offer, and then you would have to roll praise against that.
All right. Well, how much would 2 of those be?
Two
what's your
of
offer?
those. He's gonna offer 2 of them to you for 100 gold. You know that that's about 10 gold over standard price.
Man's got to make 11. I'll pay.
Yep.
I'll pay.
Alright, 2 false bottom scabbards it is.
Alright.
Cool.
Alright, so I lose 55 gold for my Tanglefoot bag and my spring-loaded wrist sheath.
Can you make the spring-loaded
materials.
wrist sheath?
I think. I thought I can. Hold on. It's just in craft alchemy.
It is? It's an alchemical
thought.
item?
Let me see.
I'm seeing it
I would
under
figure it's more of an
weapon-like
engineer.
items.
Oh, you're right, it's not. Sorry, I'm kind of going off of the guide as well, and
Yeah.
I had them both lumped in the same category.
Yeah, you'd have to have craft weapon or craft armor for that.
Okay, so I can't make it, but I could maybe buy it.
Yeah, I'll
So
put
I'll
it on.
put in a request for that.
Yeah, that's something that he would need to special order because it's not
Sure.
a common request.
Sure, sure.
What's that longsword going to set me back?
A masterwork longsword. I'm trying to remember how much a longsword costs to begin with. Masterwork adds 300 gold for a weapon. Its default price is actual retail price. Come on down. Uh, 15 gold standard, so 315. So he's gonna offer to sell it to you for 330.
Roll of praise.
Grumble.
Yes.
He'll give it. He'll pay it.
All right. So you now have a masterwork longsword. And I'll put down here that you want a +1 longsword at some point.
Yeah. Generally, any improvement on weapons and armor is kind of going to be what Savric's aiming for. That will help him maintain maneuverability.
If I missed anybody's requests.
I don't think I need anything. So do we ever have to get our equipment repaired because of wear and tear, or how does that work out? They always perfect?
They're always perfect unless someone tries to sunder one of your items, and that means that they directly attack your bow or your backpack or whatever, and then hardness
That's a
everything
skill,
comes into
isn't it?
play. And it's actually a combat maneuver, and anyone can do it.
I think
But really,
I'm
I think barbarians would be-
satisfied.
Okay.
I'm pretty good as long as I can make my poison. Could you actually make that like as many blood leaves as possible? Like maybe 5. I don't think would be. It's literally a leaf of a plant, so
Yep.
I feel it'd be plentiful.
Depending on where it grows. Yeah.
Yeah,
it alive or
Because
dead?
if it only grows in Etheria, then you might be boned.
Probably, but I guess we could roll that. I think the druids might know something, but we haven't seen anything about them.
I thought I rolled
Um,
that for you already.
Yeah,
some
no, I
point.
thought you said they'd be in the Midlands. Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
did. You'd be in like the Midland area.
Okay.
But if I do manage to get 5 of them, I'm basically going to just create the poisons and put them in the bottom of my scabbard. And before a fight, if I think we're gonna need it, I'll open up the scabbard and dip them in it.
Ooh.
Okay, I might have one other thing to add.
Okay.
A weapon blanche? Blanche?
I think you can make those.
I think so. Yeah, it's in craft
what?
alchemy. Weapon
It's
blanch.
basically a liquid that he can soak his blade in.
Or ammunition.
Yeah.
Zuzu. So basically, you
Yes.
can one of them covers 10 pieces of ammunition, and
Yes.
you can get different kinds. There's what is there? Silver, cold iron, adamantine, and ghost salt.
Oh,
So ghost salt could be
bypass damage
super-
reduction.
Yes.
Right. So basically,
That
she'd
sounds
be able to
cool.
have different attack types.
It'd be like
depending on
something
what we
someone
fit.
like, like a Witcher would use.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like Ogreloid oil and stuff for like
Yep.
the stone golem.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So silver, what would that be useful for?
So some cold iron and silver are very similar in what you'll see them on. That's for things that have DR number over cold iron or silver, and it's usually ghosts or incorporeal
Demons.
things that you can't hit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so is it worth getting one of each, do you think?
If you don't have +1 weapons, yes, because a +1 weapon counts as cold iron, I believe.
And Zuzu does not have a +1 weapon.
Correct.
Oh, I don't.
Okay.
Thought I had +1
Wait,
on some.
Your,
No,
your
you
bow
have
is
a
+1.
composite. You have a composite longbow, but it's not magical.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. So, well, then I don't need to put in a special order for these, but I will use 25 of my gold to purchase one of each, cold iron and silver, and I'll
Okay.
apply them to 20 of Zuzu's arrows. So she should have 10
Is
silver.
it a permanent change or a
Enhanced.
temporary one with the blanches?
Thank you. I can
thought it
help
was
supply the
permanent.
money. I calculated
got
all
money.
mine. Okay, because I
Well,
have
if you wanna-
2,000.
I don't care. It's only
200.
25 gold for
Okay.
for both of those. God, you're fucking rich. I should have been keeping track. Because I just assumed that Carrick was carrying all of it, so I wasn't really,
No,
not really fucking with it.
like
I
the
know
random
that the
bits and
group
bobs
has
was
like
given to me.
4,000.
The blanching
But I
remains
didn't keep in
effective
mind.
until you make a successful attack with the weapon.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, that's great for ammo then, because you're only going to use each
Yep.
thing once. Yeah.
Okay. So, cold iron is 50 gold.
Sweet.
So 55.
Okay. Well, I can pitch in. I don't mind.
All right. Well, then let's
Do we
split
roll
it.
appraise or does he just go buy it straight up?
He's
This is
crafting those.
Oh, he's crafting. Oh,
Yep.
gotcha. Okay.
right.
All right. Well, I'll split with you then, for sure.
Okay. I'm gonna reduce mine by 23 gold then. My gold.
Okay.
So
Sounds
you
good.
now have 10 cold iron arrows, cold iron weapon blanched arrows, and 10 silver weapon blanched arrows.
Sweet. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a journal and a notebook that I could get? I mean, I'm sure I could probably just go to the library and get one for free, but do you have like one I could bind and close, like a private journal?
With
Not
like
a diary.
with like a locked cover. Not a diary, guys.
Not a diary. I make that clear to everybody.
Him saying that makes me incredibly curious. Which
Yeah,
chance
far
I get.
more
I'm
curious.
It's
It
gonna
that
be,
shit.
I'm gonna customize the lock. You guys ain't gonna break it. And besides, can you disable device? Guess you can't.
You're
That's
right.
too
I'll just
bad.
Wow.
have to get a rat to gnaw through the binding or something.
I think I'd notice that first off, because it'd be in my
Probably.
backpack.
You probably would notice that. I would just say I'm curious.
Stop being curious. Things might start to be asked about you.
I like to know everything.
I'll look into it. I don't know if there is such an item. There's quite a few different books in the game, so I'll have to look.
He's not Google. You know what is Google though? Google.
Yeah, you're funny.
I think there's. Well, I
Okay,
know there was a
actually,
magical
cold
way
iron
to
and
do
silver
it.
is going to be good for you guys because, yeah, so your +1 weapons count as magical for overcoming DR over magic, but cold iron and silver you have to have a +3 bonus equivalent on your weapon. So anything that has cold iron or silver DR, you're going to need these weapon blanches to hit.
There you
So
go.
I should get a new weapon.
Hmm?
Is that what you're telling me? I should get a new weapon?
Your shit's going to be really expensive because composite longbows are already really pricey because they're hard to make. And then to throw magic bonuses on them is going to be crazy. But I'll put in for a +1 composite longbow. What's your strength bonus?
What's my strength bonus? Let's see.
And what kind of longbow do you have right now? I think you have a +2. or +1. You probably have a +1 because a +2 would be too expensive for you to start with.
Who knows? I may have had a lot of money.
Wait a minute. Now I remember. Darp, didn't I find a lock in the dungeon? I mean, I could
Yeah.
just combine a journal and a lock, and we just
It
use
would
the
look
DR
kinda-
from the lock that I
It would
have.
look kind of tacky, but yeah.
It does the job.
just, you just like put leather straps or like chain the book closed.
No, I'd probably just drill into the side. Well, not drill, but like, you know, use the sword to kind of cut into the side, thread something through that goes through the
I'm
side of the book,
sure
like in the
that
corner.
with the crafting skill in the group, we could make it look at least like.
You could just tie a
You don't
rope
need to know
around it
about
because
this.
you're really good at that, Kirik.
Thank you.
The composite longbow 1. What does that mean?
You have a
You're
+2.
just skimming over.
Okay, I've updated the sheet. You're gonna look for a magical composite longbow.
I want a bag of holding. Be nice.
Well-
Mm-mm.
That's not gonna happen.
You are not gonna be able to purchase request that.
Doesn't
What
hurt
about
to
handy
ask.
haversack?
Same thing.
No,
No, handy haversacks are actually like
they're way cheaper.
They're way cheaper, and like it's a backpack, but has like little bags of holding kind of stitched into the side, to where
Yep.
like what looks like it could maybe fit a baseball can actually fit like 3 fucking footballs or something in it.
Yeah, I think
So
the
it
thing
comes
with
with
handy
it.
haversack is the volume limit is
Yeah.
much smaller than a bag of holding.
Oh yeah.
Whereas
absolutely.
the weight limit, you can carry all kinds of shit in a handy haversack.
So like I could
Well, really,
put
all I care
shit
about
tons
is
of
the
gold in
weight,
it.
because I can't carry shit right now.
Well, see, I have a masterwork backpack +2.
Backpack.
So, backpack. And that makes it to where I have, if you buy a masterwork backpack right now, it was like 200 gold when I first started. It makes it to where you have like a +2 on your strength bonus, to where what would be a medium load for you would be almost weightless. And that would come in handy for you. So, does he have a masterwork backpack? We have spent a lot of time in here.
Yep. That happens, man. Shopping.
I don't
Shop
think I have
until you
master
drop.
backpack, because I bought the horse and everything, so I put everything on the horse and the saddlebags.
Yeah, well, you can't bring a horse and saddlebags into dungeons.
How's that?
Yeah, well, like the only things that I bring into dungeon are like like an antitoxin.
You can carry. You can do it if you have ant haul extract active.
I have that as a spell that I could just cast, but it would mean
Oh,
that
do
I'd
you?
use a
Keep doing
spell
that.
every single day. Well, I mean, that
Anywho.
would take up a spell slot for the day. So.
Everybody happy
Feel
with
like
this
it's one of
list?
Yeah.
I'm good with it. Handy haversacks.
Mhm.
Oh, also, can I add heroin? Yes, if you could do a
I'm sorry,
quick
son. No drugs here.
some heroin. Damn it.
Cocaine,
Oh, I forgot to subtract.
crack.
I forgot to subtract one
marijuana.
of my gold for the tobacco I just crafted. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Elithus, with Ant Hall, you're level 5, right?
LSD.
You use one spell. You use one spell a day. 24 hours. You have Ant Hall. 25 technically. You have 1 hour to the next day. You could
Yeah,
keep
but
doing it and never lose it.
It's a level 1 spell, so that's things like Good Berry, Cure Light Wounds,
Well.
Speak with Animals.
Yep.
Important spells.
You can speak with animals anyway.
You'll be able
I
to do
can't.
it later on.
Speak
though,
with
when you have
Animals
more.
literally lets me talk to the animal and literally find out what they know.
Yeah.
I can just talk at them and handle them well right now.
Just meta. I know it's gonna crush you guys' hearts, but there was going to be a handy haversack at the bottom of that well in Raven Hill that had the combination on it that you were gonna reach in and have an item you desire.
Yeah. I want to ask. What
Technically, I was the
What
one.
was that? How were we supposed to do that? Because I didn't understand.
Supposed to just spin it and guess a combination using use magic device.
Could I
Because
have
I
done
thought we were
disable
supposed to
device?
find a combination somewhere or something.
Well,
I didn't even really. Oh, God damn it! So I could use
We
use
head
magical
back to
device
Raven Hill.
for that.
yeah.
Yeah, we had no
Fuck.
idea.
Sorry, brah.
Guess
God
next
damn it.
time we'll just spin the
So,
fucking
are you going to tell the other players about what you know about Enstar, the city, or are you going to keep it to yourself?
Enstar?
Yeah.
I mean, I might as well tell them.
Okay.
Enstar was founded after the Second Holy War by a mixed group of southern tribesmen and refugees from Thorold, which is that nearby little town area or city. They built up walls and keep to defend themselves in a library of texts. The library is now a branch of the University of Thorold, and indeed, kind of like Oxford or something like that. This library is now a branch of the University of Thorold. Indeed, OnStar is sometimes affectionately referred to as the Fourth City. In fact, the name OnStar appears to be a derivative of Ebb, one of the cities of Thorold. It contains primarily half-elves, human, and Undine. Their culture almost certainly represents this fact, as education and law are valued highly, but so is hunting and general outdoorsmanship. So I have very little interest in anything but the books there.
Yep.
Sounds like I might meet some other elven type people, so that's basically all I'd care about.
Ah.
I wouldn't meet any elves,
Babies.
so
Never mind.
yeah, I've met one elf ever, so
Here it says it's also the name of a spell to invoke if you're ever lost on the highway.
Yep.
OnStar.
Yep.
But okay. I'm
And
done.
I did add a handout for
I have
Thorold because you
power.
guys already know the stuff about Thorold. So
Ooh, is that opal?
yes, it is because it's the Opal Cities.
Aw.
Pretty.
That's like a Milky Way opal or something.
Let's head out, fam.
We probably
Cool.
should.
Let's-
Can I go to the library real quick and see if he has a book I could add this? Oh, neat. I could add this lock to. Like I could try to use like, I don't know, some kind of engineering roll or something to see if I manage to,
Yeah,
jerry-rig
I would
it.
let you tinker with that while you guys are on the road. Maybe that's what you
Okay.
do in your free time is try to
I-
invent a
Try
locked
to make
book.
a knot
I
diary.
would think that before we leave, we go and say hello to our parents.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
One would assume.
Agreed. Let's go, Kirik. Let's say hi to mom and dad.
Well, probably just dad. Mom's out.
Hmm.
As far as we know. Then again, she could have snuck back in. She's always sneaking.
She's a clever one.
Who are these people?
Ah.
You're not
So
my parents.
you approach these people and they're having a discussion around this water well. So do you listen in or do you keep walking and look for your parents?
I
Listen
listen
in.
in.
I'll
I
listen in.
listen.
Okay, so do you just kind of stand there then and watch them?
I'm going to
I generally
stand nearby
just stand
on
by.
a stealth check just so see if they notice.
Okay.
I'm trying to be
Why
as
would I
discreet
stealth?
as
This is
possible.
a-
So
Stand
this
in the
guy
road.
isn't doing a whole lot of talking. It's pretty much just this lady and the lady across from her. Her daughter, or who you assume is this lady's daughter, is getting water out of the well while these two talk. And you overhear them discussing something about the current status of Thorold. And this lady seems to be interested because she is going to be heading there soon. They don't seem like they know each other, and it sort of seems like she's pressuring the lady for information. But you do find out that... where's my notes? One second.
One Mississippi.
You do find out that the third city, Ebb, the one that is walled off, is believed to probably not be able to hold off the Aetherians a whole lot longer. There is a group within there. Where the hell are my notes?
Well, then it's probably a good thing we told the commander that he should probably help them.
Notes on that. Sorry, just a second. It doesn't look like I put that into a handout, and I definitely intended to.
Whoops.
Ooh, I bet it's under... I bet it's under her.
Who is that?
Well, you don't know her
The
name.
daughter
Oh, is that
of
the
the
daughter
lady
getting
who's
stuff from the well?
pressuring, like the lady is pressuring for information.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. So you hear some discussion about how books and such are currently being smuggled out of Thorold to Tarsus, and they're planning on blowing the bridge. Let me bring you guys a world map. Whoosh.
Woo!
They're planning on blowing this bridge right here after they finish moving things out, in hopes that they can slow down. Actually, they're going to blow both bridges if they can, but this one is the priority.
So they got a whole for whom the bell tolls type thing going on.
Yep. They're just trying to get as much material out of Thorold as they can, because just in history, every time
I'd
Thorold's
agree
been
with that.
occupied, they've been burning the library. So,
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that plan. We lost that Library of Alexandria because of that, and that's a tragedy.
yep.
That's some bullshit.
So this is not part of the mission. This is just their plan.
Yep, this is something
Well-
that Thorold is currently working on, that this lady happens to know, and the armored woman and her companion are asking for information on.
Did we agree with the commander? Did the commander agree that he would probably try to send a contingency to help Ebb?
He's seeing what they can do, but they're stretched pretty thin right now.
Well, the north is more or less secure. I don't think there's anything for them up there aside from
Yep.
Etten-filled valleys.
Well, and the seasons are starting to turn. Like, it's going to be winter pretty soon, so they're not super
They're not
worried
gonna
about
move.
the Aetherians trying to come in through the mountain pass.
Yeah, that would
So
be
what you're
that would be
saying
awful.
is the north is safe, and winter is coming.
Yes, basically.
Winter is indeed coming, but the north is anything but safe.
Well,
If it ain't the Aetherian, Ettins are going to be a problem.
But they'd be used to it
Is that a
inside,
Game of
wasn't
Thrones reference?
You don't
Um,
get used to Ettins. You
let's
run into Ettins.
see. Can I get a perception roll from either Kirik or Elithis?
I rolled one earlier, 21.
This is a different one.
Okay.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's pretty good. So
Wow.
while you are eavesdropping, you notice there's a guy watching out his window, and he seems like he might be also listening.
We know that guy.
Oh shit, you guys, it's a side quest.
Does he seem familiar? I
Nope.
kind of look at it. No.
No, you don't recognize him, but he looks wealthy. He looks very wealthy.
Oh, could he be the guy? I remember Kari told me about a guy who gave her a book. He looks wealthy. He was really wealthy. He smuggled books into Sylvanost, right? Could that be this guy? I mean,
We
that's
would
my
have to
personal thought in my
ask
brain.
him.
In my
Well-
bird brain.
I don't know how you're going to communicate that to Elithis, since you guys are being quiet and listening to a conversation.
Well,
I go to Ellis.
I continue walking as if I'm, looking for my parents, moving on past
Yep.
this group, and I'm sure that Kirik would follow me, or I mentioned motion to Kirik
I attempt
to
to
follow me.
casually whistle. I fail.
Hey, I think there's a guy listening over
Anyway.
there.
I ask Kirik if he noticed the guy in the window.
I did. I think I know who he might be. It's
Well,
just a
maybe
hunch.
we should
Barge into
go.
this
Maybe
lady's
we
house.
should go talk to him.
I'd rather talk to our parents first.
Are you telling that to all of us? Or just
I mean,
to
I-
us?
considering up until the last-
I would say to the group, just like, hey, there's this guy that was also eavesdropping on that conversation we just eavesdropped on.
Meanwhile, the
Looks pretty
I
wealthy.
think it'd be okay to go talk to him.
Let's go
I mean, we
talk
can
to
talk to
this
our
guy.
parents pretty soon, anyways.
Yeah, I bring up his wealth and Cycle jumps all over that.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
let's knock on the door. It could
Okay.
be
Politely.
a Aetherian spy.
That was a pretty good knock. I don't have the map uploaded for that yet. Hold on.
I will also add another little bit of flavor here, that because me and Xantham weren't far enough to eavesdrop on that, I was sitting back, smoking a cigarette, and you can see me kind of eagerly smoking it, just, and I keep looking at my shoulder like happily.
Okay.
Clearly, there's an agenda going on.
So
I give
there.
you a look, and I'm like,
I'm like, whatever, dude. Take these arrows, and I just give you 20 cold iron and silver arrows.
okay. I start
I
giving
guess I
you a
don't
look.
give them to you.
He
I
turns
just...
the corner. He's like, "Hey kids, want to buy some magic?"
Y'all need any of that cold iron arrows? Pulling his out a trench coat.
Okay. So you knock, and nobody answers.
I think there's only one thing left to do. We have to burn it down.
Do I hold on? I do a perception check. Does it sound like there's someone on the other side of the door, or a presence, as it were, like shuffling?
So you press your ear to the door then?
Well, my
I am not
non-existent
gonna do
ear.
I'm gonna point out, like, we do know the guy is in there, so
Yeah, we
I'm
saw
gonna
it.
knock on these people's door.
But
They're
he
his
doesn't know
neighbors.
that you saw him.
I know.
We should introduce
Yeah, I know, but does it
ourselves.
sound like there's someone there?
So you hear a floorboard creak, and that's it.
I explain in linguistics. I attempted diplomacy roll.
Okay.
Oh god. Okay.
I attempt to say, we're not here to hurt you or investigate anything. We just had a quick question.
I stand back while he's
Oh.
doing that, and I make like the cutting sound or the cutting motion at my throat.
At your
like,
throat.
"Don't- shh,
You did this,
shut your fucking
I
mouth.
will try to
but it has
assist in
the
the
added
But it
advantage
doesn't
of
work.
being true.
So
I mean-
the man comes up to his door. You can hear him walk up to the door, and he says, "What business do you have?"
I'd like to know if you've ever met with a girl who didn't speak, who didn't know how to speak.
I have.
And it's now this isn't. Hold on. I guess he probably would think I'm a soldier.
You should
but then again, I
introduce
don't
who
look
you
like
are,
it,
Kirik, first.
but
Maybe
He
he'll
hasn't
trust
opened
us
the
more.
door.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe if you've given him an idea of where our family background comes from, he
Oh,
might
yes,
trust us
we're-
better. Because we are
yes,
very
we're-
well known. Mayor
We're the
family.
Mare siblings. We're the Mare siblings, and we had a question about something we could procure from you.
Oh god, can you please have him be like, who?
Yeah.
The famous
We are
Mare
the
siblings.
Wardens of the East. Damn it!
The famous one.
Get all indignant.
I have been promised my privacy. You can tell the military that I have nothing to offer.
Oh no, I'm not coming here as a military member. I'm coming here as someone who's curious as to the well, a couple of things, but basically items that I know you want to be private, but might help us in our journeys, as it were. Because if you are the one I have a Saveric longsword kills the door.
No.
Knock knock. No, basically, like I explained to him that the journal. If this is the one that I'm aware of.
Do you
I
hold
say
the
the
journal
journal.
up?
Yes, I do. hope
Okay.
you're-
Does
up
he
to
have a
the little
peeking
peephole.
window? The peephole.
So you see the old man peek out the window briefly, and his eyes widen a little bit when he sees the journal, and he immediately opens the door.
I explained to him that we're friends of Kari, and she gave us the journal.
Oh.
That's true.
He peeks his head out the door and looks both ways like he's looking for guards. He says, "Please, come in, quickly."
We scuffle in.
We all
Saveric,
shuffle
you come in too. The more the merrier. You can sit in the back of the room and scare him. Oh, there's so many people. Oh, this is a nice house.
Yeah, bye.
Ah, nice place you got here, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
It's quite lovely.
Oops,
Very,
that's the wrong
uh,
layer.
Very feng shui.
Thank you.
Whatever that means. Have to find where the door. Where do we come in? Right there.
The front door is right here.
That's a tiny door.
Only skinny people out
He's a
in my
tiny
house.
man.
Oh, well, now that we have privacy, I'm Gregory. Where did you acquire this journal?
What did he say his name is?
Well, Gregory.
Gregory.
Hello, Gregory. Well, we got this book from the one of the twins. I think you probably would remember them. They're fairly memorable. The ones that can't speak. The magic.
Ah, yes. I
Yeah,
parted
magic
with this
power.
some time ago.
Yes. She gave us this journal because she knew we were heading up in the direction of whatever the contents of the journal said. And it actually led us to quite the discovery, I have to admit. But I didn't know if you might have anything pertaining to something that might be down in the southern area. Or perhaps
I'm
something of
afraid
interest that
not.
might be-
The journal of my father was very much revolving around Ravenhill.
So this was your father then?
Yes. He
What
died
was the
some
last
time
name?
ago.
I'm
What
so
was the
sorry
last
for
name
your
in this
loss.
journal?
You actually don't know the name in the journal, and Gregory just kind of frowns at you and doesn't say his last name.
Well, no, I mean, like, I was looking for the journal entry to go find it, because I think he had, Well, I mean, was there anything that you had questions about? I mean, I'm sure there are things I probably can't share with you as to the details of our mission, but if there was some kind of closure we could give you about this.
Well, did you find my father's body?
Not that we could...
We
not
found
that
a
we could-
body
Yeah, we found a body in a cave.
with more pages in it.
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh dear.
somewhere in the... Well, it's
He
probably
was
to be assumed that...
smiling.
No, he was a
He was
He looked
smiling.
natural.
Oh
It
shit.
looked like a natural death, sir.
Oh, really?
He
And-
wrote, yes.
Is
in
that
the-
a bluff?
In the
Because you're gonna have
Creston
to
Mountain
lie.
Pass?
Yeah, he looked.
Was it in the
He
mountains?
looked like he was enjoying his journal. He'd written that he was really enjoying his time there, and I think it was just his time.
Roll a bluff check.
So Gregory really is kind of off-put. Don't insult me, sir. The mountain pass at Creston has some of the most dangerous creatures in this world.
And if the creature that killed him is what I believe it is, there was a vampire there.
Ah,
And if
you're
this,
right.
yes,
The
you,
truth.
you probably believe that the man who killed him was the vampire, his guide.
Okay.
Ah.
Truthfully, he looked like he died in inhuman agony. It was really awful.
Oh my god.
Like it
Come
looked.
on. Be more
It
polite.
Hey, he died a long
looked
time
really bad.
She's like,
He wants the truth. He wants the truth. I'm
Yeah,
telling him the
you
truth.
can give him the truth without being so like, fuck you.
He looked like he had written in his journal that he'd abandoned all of his gods, and he was just praying for please to not die. He tried to sacrifice his family, actually, for it too. It didn't work.
That's a
I'm
lie,
afraid
too, so-
I'm gonna have to ask you all to leave.
Excuse my friend for his rudeness.
I'm
I
gonna
give
need a
him-
diplomacy on that, Zuzu. He's a hostile person now.
Shit.
What the fuck is
Can
wrong
we
with you,
offer
man?
him the? Can we offer him the
doesn't
updated
make
any
Code
sense
Review
to do.
journal?
Nope, you guys are not able
Well,
to
then
persuade
hang
him.
on, Hang on,
Wait, what about
Hang on.
Saverick? Saverick still exists. He's in here.
hang on.
I
Come on,
appreciate
come
you
on.
all letting me know what happened to my father, but please get out of my house.
Saverick, help us. You're a vampire.
No.
I wanted to give him the updated journal and say, hopefully this won't make us enemies forever. And it's still bad.
Okay.
What if I just leave?
So he
Yeah.
he takes the book from you and says, if you have no further use for this, I appreciate you giving it back to me, but please, you must leave.
Sincerely sorry.
As I leave, I say we killed the vampire.
Oh yes, we murdered him dead.
Yep.
He also died in human agony.
Well, it would technically be
Also,
in human
what
agony.
the
He was a
fuck
vampire.
is wrong with you, Cycle? That served zero
Well,
purpose.
Rude.
He wanted-
Muchly rude.
He wanted the truth.
That was just dumb.
I didn't know that would happen.
It was harshly rude. Harshly
Yeah.
truth. The truth hurts, I guess.
Fuck him.
Well, we're not going to find anything else in there. Well, are our parents around? The
Yes,
mayor.
let's go look for our parents. Where are they?
They're probably all shacked up in the mayor house, or at least around it.
Jacked
From
up.
what we heard,
Mm.
yeah, not that way.
No, okay, sorry.
That is how you get a family.
Is that the guard who died and got brought back to life?
It's a guard.
Resuscitated. I think it would be great if you just thought that every guard you see, because they're all wearing the same uniform, you're like, it's you! He's like,
Thank God you're
"No."
alive!
Who? No.
Well,
No.
like he was.
I used to
quote,
be an adventurer like
salvaged.
you, and then I took a talon to the throat.
God.
Just like no.
So you guys see this guard walking by.
I walk up to him and hey, we're
Nope.
looking for our families. Would you be able to help us out?
What family are you looking for?
Mary,
I'm looking for the Embers.
I think, yeah, the Embers, I believe, are in. You know what? Just follow me.
I follow him.
Saverick, you should follow us too. I feel bad you don't have a family.
I'm looking for
I-
my fam.
Womp womp.
I'm gonna ask the quartermaster where my mom is.
You could just ask the guard.
Oh.
So
I asked the guard where
he
my mom.
points to this house as being for the Embers.
I walk in. I ask for the. I ask Cycle if I could have Brumar's ashes real quick while he's been
Sure.
smoking them.
I thought they were all gone.
They're not all gone. And I bring them in.
Can I help anyone else?
Yes, the mayor
Need the
family,
mayor.
please.
I believe. Oh, the mayor family. I believe the warden of the east is in the guard tower, and her husband is in the house to the west.
Ooh, who should we see first?
well, considering
Kirak.
Mom might not be around, we should probably see her. Which guard tower? There's 4 of them.
He
This one?
pointed to this one. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Can we adopt Saverick?
I was about to say, Saverick, you could join us, considering the
Yeah, Saverick.
circumstance.
Come here, friend.
Oh, well, there he goes. He's so left out, he left entirely.
No. He's coming.
All right. So let's start with the
He left
Ember
my-
family first, because you asked first.
Cool. It's very crowded.
Yep, it's a little hovel of a house. There's basically just one room and a cot on the floor and a fireplace and not much else.
Wait, I forgot that I had a younger brother.
Yep, you got a baby brother.
Forgot about that. Anyway, hi.
Son!
Hi, mom, dad, bro. What's up?
And there's hugs and stuff abound. Where's Brumar?
Unfortunately, in our journeys, Brumar was kidnapped by vampires. And I tell them the story of Brumar's death.
And there is a long silence while you explain the tale. Your mother bursts into tears. Your brother seems to be just like dumbstruck, like he doesn't understand what's going on. And your father
How old
puts
was
his...
Georgie again?
He was born about 4 years before you guys came out of the tree, so he's like 14,
Okay.
13.
So he's older than me, but younger than me. This is
Yes.
hilarious.
So your father puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "Thank you for bringing his ashes back to us."
I have to warn you that the vampires were doing horrible, horrible things to him. So if you can, keep the ashes close and don't let anything happen to them for fear of anything magical they might have done.
I understand.
The whole event has made me extremely sad. I really, really fucking hate vampires.
I see. What? Didn't I just... I could have sworn I saw you with someone who looked rather vampiric.
He's a Dampier, but he's probably the only vampire I trust since he helped us kill the ones that were torturing Brumar.
Oh. Okay, well, I suppose that allegiance makes sense. Okay, so we'll go on to the Rue family and just assume that the Embers have further discussion amongst themselves and consoling of the griefs.
Much sadness goes on.
Cycle.
Okay. Well, first I give my mom a hug.
It's so good to see you. Any news of your
So,
father?
No, but I'm about to head out with the rest of what would I call it? My friends, my companions. I'm about to head out with the rest of my companions, and we have some other things to check on. But we're gonna check on Dad, and I'm gonna make sure I bring him back safe.
Okay. If you can you stop by his lab? I think he left in a hurry.
Stop by his lab back home or here?
Back home. There's a lab underneath the house, you know, the secret one.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. I remember. Do you know what he might have been doing out there?
I'm not really sure why he ran off. He mentioned something about a friend of his doing questionable things with alchemy.
A friend of his.
Yeah, they used to hang out a lot when you were a kid.
What was his name?
Damn it.
His name wasn't.
Let's see.
I'm
Let's-
trying to ascertain
Well,
if this is somehow.
Yeah, no, it is related. I just forgot to give him a name. Is the thing.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with. How about Austin?
Austin.
Yep.
His name's just Austin.
Ostyn.
Didn't have like a surname.
Cannon.
Cannon.
You know what? If you're gonna do that way, there's gonna be a random name generator. Oh God.
Now you have to share.
Jesus.
I
Yes.
used one of those this last weekend for a tavern, and it came up with the Dancing Cyclops.
That's a good one.
Bafuk Ohisk.
Bafuk Ohisk. Oh,
Oh,
That
was-
Atlanta.
was this guy doing bad things because he was trying to come up with some magical way to change his name to something less stupid?
Maybe.
So, speaking of which, I talked to the quartermaster, and I'm trying to go get Dad. And I heard that you're working on some scrolls and things.
Yeah.
That I've learned some ways that I might be able to use those scrolls. So if there's anything you could give me, that might help me bring Dad back safe, then that would be great. If you're still working on it, that's cool.
I just finished one. I mean, I could just hurry along and finish the other ones that I'm supposed to do, but you could have this one if you'd like.
Great.
She hands you a scroll.
Thanks, Mom.
I look at the scroll, I guess, or try to read it.
Spellcraft.
So
What is it for, Mom?
You can either you want to ask her. So she tells you this is a scroll of magic weapon.
Scroll of magic weapons. That's awesome. Thank you. I give her a kiss on the cheek,
Oh,
and I give her 10 gold. I'm like, buy yourself something pretty, Mom.
thank you.
All right,
Such
I'm
a
gonna
good
save
son.
Dad now.
I'm sure at this point I am pretty upset with being around my family who's all crying and stuff. So
Yep.
I leave and I'm gonna chill with Sickle and be like, hey,
Let's
Go
go
for
take
it.
a bath.
You want?
I'm afraid of that bathhouse.
Let's go take
Last
a
time I
bath.
went in there, my friend disappeared, another friend grew killed, and I all of a sudden started shooting water out of my hands. I'm never going back in that bathhouse.
Haunted bathhouse. That's not even getting into the unspeakable horror of all those penises everywhere.
Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to the Mayor family, who is with Mama Rue.
Hey, Mama Roo. Hi, Mom.
Hello.
We have a new friend. His name is Saverick.
Nice to meet you.
He's part vampire.
I
I-
see.
I think he's shy.
Nah,
I
he's
poked
brooding.
Saverick.
It's different.
Yeah, he's not very cultured. I just thank you for having me.
Well, it's a guard tower. I'd imagine you were allowed here.
Thank you
So,
for having me. May I have some blood?
question:
Can I have
D-
some arrow slit, please?
Does Savrik wear any like emblem of the Monster Hunters?
I don't know.
Does
That's a
he?
good question. Fabric?
Let's just he has like a necklace with like a like a, I don't want to say wolf's head because that's the first thing that comes to
What
mind.
about
But
like
that's
a
just
monster's
to
tooth?
Geralt.
I feel like a monster's tooth would be a little bit less
What's
copyright
a-
infringing, but still
Yeah,
get the message across.
like I don't know, what's an impressive monster?
Oh, so he wears like a
Hydra tooth?
memento of something he's killed?
Dude, yeah, it
Hydra
could be
tooth?
like the most vicious like monster that you've killed. That's the tooth
Godzilla.
that you wear. Like maybe he's
Godzilla.
wearing a
You
vampire
mean
tooth
you
now.
mean like a trophy?
Yeah.
Just
Shut
hanging
up.
off the side of his horse, does
God damn it. I was trying to avoid that, but I just thought it'd be a cool thing if like
Since they're
every
monster
time.
hunters, let's just say
This
he
is the
has, like, a
symbol I've
wolf's-
been using for them.
Let's use that. And he's
Okay.
got that like in a silver necklace.
Okay.
So you show
Singing
that to
vampire tooth
Mom.
would be pretty badass. If I had a vampire thing on that, would be pretty cool.
Well, that's no reason he
I'd have,
can't
like,
modify the original.
I'd have the vampire's head on that hook that hangs off my belt.
Oh, like a shrunken
Carry
head.
around the vampire's head on your
Mhm.
belt.
That's the trophy. Yep.
It's
The
on your
don't-
belt.
Wow.
That means that you carry it around
Yeah.
all the fucking time.
Yeah, that's the
Everywhere
There's
you
a
don't
go.
fuck with
rotting
me.
vampire head on your belt.
Grocery
100%. We've
shopping,
traveled with you
Yep.
for days.
eating,
How have we not
shopping.
noticed this?
Sleeping.
He's like, I'm not cultured. Pulls out a dead head. Like,
He doesn't even pull it out. It's just
I
hanging there.
I brought you this.
I didn't actually do that. That would
I
be
brought it,
what he
Gil.
would normally do. If he was
Oh.
on a contract,
Uh,
he'd bring back the head as evidence.
Oh yeah.
well, I mean, it
He
would
did bring
probably
back
be, I gotta
something
admit,
though. Did you like a
Yeah.
lock of hair or a tooth or something?
Yeah, I
He
think.
cut its head off. You said it yourself. You cut it off with the kukri.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was mostly to keep it from getting up since I don't really know the rules for vampires in this game.
Well, that was probably a
Um,
smart thing to do.
Yeah, I
mean,
figured it's at
Definitely
least
doesn't hurt.
inconvenient.
I explained to Mom, if she hasn't already noticed, I turned into a bird.
I know, son. We were expecting your changes.
Oh,
You know-
puberty.
Yeah, the puberty hits everyone in different ways. I didn't expect to turn into a 4-foot-tall bird monster.
You could
Well-
I
have
didn't
warned
think
me.
to expect it.
If we had been allowed to warn you, we would have.
So, Mom, do you know more
Could've at
about
least-
this Monster Clan? Is that why
She-
you asked?
She didn't say anything.
Oh, then why was it brought up?
I was going to make a point that she noticed it, but we haven't got there
Oh.
yet.
Okay,
You
never
met
mind.
us so hard, girl.
Sorry, it's so easy to.
So she sort of reaches towards your Savric's necklace and tries to like lift it up off his chest.
I recoil in fear. Don't touch the vampire.
I just
Uh,
stare and look at Cedric like,
I'm
Don't tell me
just
this
gonna
history.
She's not
Kind of-
trying to take it off you. She's just trying to get like a closer look.
get it off and get it on.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of
"Oh,
That's my mom.
watch her.
awkward, just
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah, personal space, man.
Okay, so we've got a side conversation going on. That's what those are. Okay.
So, Mom, why are you so interested in that? What does that mean?
They are a group that has been staying pretty on the down low, actually, despite rumors about them.
Ah,
We've been trying to get them to help us, but they haven't really been very willing.
why is that?
Well, they seem to have something against, shall we say, and I don't mean to offend you, sir, normal people.
Oh, are they hostile? Or they just don't talk.
It's a good thing I'm not normal.
My guess would be that they're not accepted most places, so they avoid us. But it would sure be great if we could get everyone to work together in defending Lacia. And she says this while making eye contact with Savrik.
It would be great if they could help. Well, I mean, great reunion. You know, we all mutated, and we have
Except
a
for
vampire for a
me.
friend. You mutated.
Oh,
You
okay.
grew
Hey,
killed.
hey,
Oh wait,
hey,
that's true.
hey!
Good.
Let the man roleplay. Hey.
Okay, sorry. Go on. You right. Mom, I can breathe underwater now like I've always wanted to.
Suzu, I just said, let the man roleplay.
Okay, go on.
Tanner.
Oh, you're talking to me. I
Yeah,
thought you were talking
she
to,
looks you in the eye and is like, it would be really nice if the monster hunters could help defend our country.
Savrik narrows his eyes and says it would be nice if the country wasn't after the monster hunters.
I don't believe there has been a sanctioned attack against you.
And by that I mean that people in general.
Well, I think it would do a great deal to earn the favor of our citizens. If you
Why
would...
should we try to earn the favor of those who've given us none?
An excellent
I
point.
know this war affects us all, and I'll take any message you'd like with my own vouching to my masters.
Well,
But
definitely,
it's going to be a hard sell.
Definitely, if we all fall, we fall together. So it would be beneficial to everyone if we stood together.
I'll see what they say.
Because if the Etherians conquer our border cities, especially this one, then all is essentially lost. There will be no stopping the tide.
That bad, huh?
Yes, they outnumber us probably 30 to 1.
Well. Then again, it was impossible to have children here, so I guess that's why that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard that number out loud.
Yeah. Well, you're old enough to hear it now, son.
And different enough. Well, oh, yes. I explained to her what the plan is, sort of what we've been speaking to the commander about, how we're going to be looking for one of the magic users that is a very, as far as we're aware, could be a very valuable asset to our team.
You're speaking, of course, of Kari.
Maybe.
Yes.
Do you have any chance?
Mom.
It's embarrassing. Y'all think I got something for her, but I'm lying about it.
Well,
Brother's got a crush.
Your mother is essentially the master of intelligence, so.
Well, if we find her, I'd imagine we'd be able to, you know, make good use of her power. Especially wherever she goes, her sister goes, and she's also a magic user. So with her gone, we already have another one gone too. Guess you could say kill two birds with
It's been very strange. We haven't heard anything about who took her or why.
You haven't heard perhaps where they are, or any kind of.
Well, I mean, the general knows as much as I know as far as where she was last seen, and that was just a tip we got from a traveling trader. There's no specific path that's been found, and I tried to track her myself and came up empty.
Damn, that's discouraging.
Yes, it is.
Very discouraging.
Whoever did this was very calculated and took their time in planning it.
Can't wait to ruin that plan for them.
I certainly hope so. Unfortunately, Erdana did not wait for command to tell her more information. And she just ran
That's
off into the
family.
woods.
That's family.
I understand that, but her passion could get her killed.
Well, lack of ration, but yeah.
Passion.
Oh, I thought you said
With
ration.
a P.
Sorry. My ears are still developing.
They've got feathers in them.
Yes, they do. It's hard to hear sometimes. Well,
Otherwise, how are you doing, Mom? Any more cool news to tell us?
I'm under a lot of pressure. Tracking troop movements, trying to keep everyone from panicking, trying to organize defensive battalions, trying to make sure that the border cities are building walls fast enough. It's almost more than I can handle.
you can handle it. Your mom.
Aww.
Spoken like a
you
true
took care of
mama's
us,
boy.
didn't you?
Yeah, no
Holy God.
doubt.
I'm the favored son. I didn't get there without a little kiss ass.
You're the only son.
He
See how
has
that
a
works?
he has a trait that makes him the favorite son, though.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
And don't you have a follower too, don't you? And he's in
I do. It's an
Furisha.
innkeeper in Furisha.
Yeah.
He's the guy who owns the inn we were staying at, but I
Yeah.
guess I just didn't. So he's a well-off man.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, shit. She took care of us and kept us safe throughout our years. I'd imagine she can deal with a little bit like this.
This
And
is
we
more
turned
than
into
she's
magical
ever
creatures.
done, though, because she wasn't alive during the last Holy War, so she's basically just kept the peace all this time, which in itself is quite a bit of work. But now she's dealing with a bunch of troops moving at the same time, and Lacey has its own conflicts on the inside, so she still has to keep the peace there, and she's organizing all the defense. I mean, Papa Bear is helping, but they can only do so much.
What does she think? What does she think of our plan? Like the one we all agreed on as a party. Like how we're gonna try to get Kari back, then check on for Cycle's father, so we could start getting alchemical progress, and then attempt to cut off the army with the help of the Risen Jaegers. And hopefully the commander can put a contingent in Ebb to help hold back the Etherians while we kill their backup down south, or at least hold them off.
The brunt of the Etherian force is in Thorold. We're concerned about sending a suicide mission to Ebb.
Like a suicide bomber?
No,
No, they're outnumbered.
basically like a hopeless mission of
Yeah.
defense.
They're not sure
Think,
they could defend Thorold
Helm's
even if
Deep.
they sent people.
Well, if that city falls, you already said it's pretty much the domino.
Well, Thorold isn't a strategic point. They would still have to come through Urganost, which we are fortifying at this time. I do think that pursuing Kari is wise. I'm not certain that you will find any more information on her than I have. If you do, I will be very impressed with both of you.
It means you raised us really well, Mama.
If you manage to, yes. Kari is definitely a strategic asset, and having Urdana back would also be very, very good. She's one of our most powerful casters right now, and not having her is... Every day we don't have her is not good.
Every day she's not here is a day she's not shooting lightning bolts into our enemies.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've already spent enough time here. I'd love to see
Yes.
Dad, but I don't know, would he like to speak with us, or is he very busy too?
He's busy right now. I'm glad you came
Okay.
here.
So,
Well, we give him much
send
love.
him our regard.
Mm-hmm.
Bum,
Do I have
bum.
anything to give her?
Oh, you can give her some sandwiches.
Would she
Aha.
like? I could make her a sandwich before I leave. A
Oh
power
my
sandwich.
god. Go ahead. You goofballs.
Sweet.
You guys are so funny.
Fucking Mama's boy.
Artistry sandwiches?
I love the conversation that's going on right now too. If we're gonna burn that house down if they're not out here in 5 minutes.
Hey, Mom, I have these awesome gloves. I can make your sandwich taste however you want.
Oh my god. Okay, so you guys keep talking to your mom. Do you guys have anything else that you want to do in Sylvanost? Or are you ready to depart?
Not really. I mean, when we leave, I can put the saddlebags on Blanchy. Although she's probably already
She
carrying
has
everything.
saddlebags already.
She does?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we just had the thing.
Oh, were you guys outside?
Blanchy is fully equipped warhorse. Like I went,
Wait,
I
who
spent
are
all
these
my starting
people?
money.
Who are these people?
Those were the people that
Oh.
were asking and pestering the woman earlier about the burning a bridge and shit.
Uh,
Alright, Mama. Bye.
I'm gonna catch up to them and I'm say, hey, are you
Huh?
guys the ones? Are you guys the ones that are planning on burning the bridge to sabotage? Is it Etheria? Etheria is the name of the
No, Eb was
Etherean
doing that.
troop.
Just Eb was doing that, if I remember.
They're
Then
gonna
again, you
sabotage
only
the
heard-
Etherean troops.
Well, let me defer to my wiser half. And he turns to the lady behind him, who just sort of smirks and steps forward. We're on our way to Ebb to assist with the smuggling operations, and I cannot confirm whether or not we plan on blowing a bridge. She smirks again at that comment.
Well, me and my friends are gonna be kind of down in that area. If there's any chance you're gonna need some help, should we meet you somewhere? Also,
She-
I'm really good at explosives, and I'd show her one of my bombs. One of these
Wanna go
babies
down your
just killed
pants?
killed an
Okay.
arch vampire a few minutes ago. My friend's got a tooth hanging
Minutes
around his
ago?
neck.
She
mean, a while ago.
she puts her hand on the hilt of her blade and says, "I would never trust magic with anything that I can fix with a quick swing of my sword."
Cool.
You plan on knocking a bridge down with a sword? Yeah, good luck with that. I say as I walk
Let's
away
try
casually.
and say, well.
She
Oh,
chuckles at that
okay.
comment and says, "That's a fair point."
I think I know some vampires that would disagree with you.
Well,
My offer's made.
when I see them next, I'll see what happens.
Taverick
Good
is
luck.
missing all the action.
If you're offering your assistance, we could definitely use it. When will you be there? We're heading out today.
Oh. Actually, we're on our way south to try to convince a monster hunting company to ambush the Ethereans. So you might see them before you see us.
I see. Well, if you can convince them, that would definitely be that would be very helpful to our efforts. It would slow them down. We're not sure that we're going to get everything out of Thorold in time.
We'll do our best.
I'll see if my friend Wallace here can send his eagle your way if you're around. We can possibly have a back and forth that way.
That sounds
Is his
excellent.
first name William?
No, his name is Wallace.
Oh, he does have an eagle in his portrait.
Is he a ranger, I take it?
Yes.
Yeah, it would be mine. I was like, he doesn't look like a druid with the, metal and leather.
All right.
She
Just send it to Cycle Mira Rue.
He
She-
is
The
very,
legendary
very muscly rogue.
Cycle Mira Rue of
she
renown.
she introduces herself as Irene. Her name is Irene
That's her?
Swiftstride, and she's from Meyerfall.
Ooh, I like that.
Her name's what? Irene Twiststride?
Swiftstride.
Swiftstride.
Irene, run fast.
Irene Step Good.
Might as well be. Hey, that's the helmet I'm wearing to Halloween.
Oh shit, she's kind of purty, I
Yep.
guess.
How can you tell?
In a
I
shield
thought that was a
Yeah.
guy. No offense.
It's like a girl to me.
No, I mean, she's
It's
got
definitely a
And the left-
feminine
very-
figure.
Yeah, underneath the, 37,000 pounds of armor.
You know, underneath those 37,000 pounds of armor, you look like you might be a pretty attractive young lady.
As long as she doesn't get hit, below the waist, I think she'll live.
That's canon.
It's looking a
I
little
actually said
sparse
that.
down there.
Don't you know exposed womb areas are what keep women safe?
So
Exposed
she
womb area.
Massive
she
chest.
she blushes a little and says, "Well, that's very kind of you."
I wink and just do the little pointy like gun thing, like, and then that's it. I don't think we have anything else to say.
Okay. Do you want to learn more about Meyerfall, where she's from?
Oh,
Roll knowledge. Cool.
roll knowledge local.
Or history? Yep. That's good enough for me. Ooh, Smitty. Bam.
I don't see it.
There it is.
Oh, there we go. Meyer Hall. Was that place? Oh, whoa, shit. I'm holding control. Was that the place that was founded in 1505 during the First Holy War by a tribe of humans looking to avoid the conflict? Was Meyerfall? Does Meyerfall have a? Is that the place that's got the long tradition of battle-ready knights and warriors? However, they have always taught defense before offense. Wars, so it is said. It's okay. I'm not gonna do this.
I love how you're RPing that.
Is this the place that erected their walls to protect their land and people from the other Rilnic tribes and the Aetherian crusaders of the time? But the area was rife with conflict until the uniting of the tribes in 1700, and as a result, they developed better and better walls and defenses, and indeed, most modern Elassian castles are based on the Meyerhall Fortress. Meyerfall Fortress?
Yes, as it happens. That's your history.
Are you talking about the place that is the origins of the medieval code of Lacia being heavily influenced by the elves to the east, where they developed a vast code of ethics and law? Okay, I'm done.
Did I just hear elves? I chime in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Meyerfall. It was heavily influenced by the elves to the east. Developed a vast code of ethics and law that now holds the alliance of tribes together.
Did you ever?
In fact, Meyerfall is now viewed. Go ahead.
I asked Irene if she's ever met any elves.
You're
You-
over by
Not even over here, bro.
If anything, I
Yeah.
came around the corner
Oh,
and said I heard all
this.
that shit you were talking.
I was
Ellie,
like half
come
paying
here.
attention.
You didn't hear. You were inside.
If I did perception 20, I'd hear your ass.
There we go.
Well,
Actually, I'm curious. Did I hear it from around the corner?
If-
Damn it. Well, actually, no. My
Uh,
perception's pretty fucking good.
That's not bad. They're probably the only people. Well, no, there's other people out and about.
he might have caught the word.
You know
elves,
what?
Though.
Cycle's pretty loud. I think you heard the word elves.
So I
pretty
go
well.
around the corner.
That's
It's
all
like
he
you.
needs to hear.
I just heard about elves. Have you ever met any elves? I asked.
I give
Are
him
you
a
asking-
look
I've never met?
like. I give him a look like, dude, you cock blocking me right here. You're blocking my cock.
So Irene just sort of looks shocked that this person come running up to her, asking about elves. And she says, well, I mean, not personally, but they are definitely a big influence on my culture.
Cool. I've always been very curious about elves.
Well, you might visit, God damn it, what the fuck is the name of the city?
Elfland.
No. Now, you butthead.
Oh, I know. The North Pole, where the elves help to build.
Oh
Christmas
my
stuff.
god. Oh my god. Straight to hell with you.
What the fuck?
So she tells you that you should probably visit Palanthas or Valvaras at some point, because those two cities interacted with Meyerfall quite a bit in its earlier years, and that's where most of its history came from.
One second, let me write that down. What is it again?
Palanthas or Valvaras, they're the two cities that are east of Meyerfall.
I thank her and tell her I'll definitely have to, at some point in my life, make my way over there to learn more. And then I walk past her and as I walk past her, I whisper in her ear, like, that Cycle Mara guy is a really good guy. Just give him a chance.
Wingmanging it.
Nice. Wingman. I ask her, listen, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, you do send your bird, do you think I could write to you?
She blushes and says, I guess so?
Yeah.
May I call upon you?
Might I call upon thee when y'all have finished saving the...
In the odd
Refugees.
hours of the night. That thine booty
You and your-
might come to me.
Get you a
Fine
bundling
booty.
bag.
See,
Uh,
I'm far too subtle to say that
booty,
you Hikari.
booty calling with an eagle.
So I'm like, what would be the
Give her a real
Lacian version
bird.
of Tinder?
Apparently, whatever you're starting
Alchemy
right
Give me a
and
here.
chill.
fucking eagle. Yep.
You send the message alchemy and chill.
She doesn't like alchemy.
Alchemy
Just
and
gonna point that
chill.
out. But I mean, I
Well-
don't know that because I wasn't here to notice
Stargazing
that.
and chill.
She didn't say she doesn't like it. She just said she doesn't. She's has more faith in steel than
Oh, but
magic.
it's a trap.
Yes. She believes more in military prowess than magic.
Well, I'll have to prove you wrong on that one day. And until then, Miss
Madam.
Madam.
That would be her proper title as a knight.
Madam would be.
Hmm?
Would it?
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, Madam.
Good day.
No, actually, no, it would be Dame. Sorry.
Dame. Yeah, that's right.
Dame. I like Dame better. Dame. Dame. What's her name?
I'm pretty sure
Irene.
Madam means my dame. Like my lady.
Oh.
If
Oh
we're-
yeah.
if
Yeah,
we're
so
talking,
it's from a different. It's from a different era. So
Yeah.
I'll say Dame. I like Dame better.
So are vampires.
Well, no,
Dame
it's actually
Irene.
Madam is
Dame
from a
Swift
later
Star.
era
Yeah.
than Dame, as far as female knights is concerned.
That is her name. And her traveling companion is
Wallaby.
he
Wallace.
introduces himself as well.
Alverk.
Wallace of Featherpeak.
Yep.
All right.
As I pass him, I coo at the eagle, and that's all. Like I don't do anything. I'm just I'm happy about the eagle.
He looks at you and then looks at his bird and kind of smiles. All right.
Onwards.
Yep.
I
Companions.
wanted to say something to Lady Mare before I left. So like while they're outside talking, before I turned to leave, I looked back at her and I the reason Jaeger won't fight for free. They don't care about your wars or your nation. They'll scatter. If they fight and there's anything left of Lacia, there's gonna need to be some changes.
So they're like vultures?
Are you referring to establishing them as a nation state?
Nothing
Hey,
as grand as that.
Hey, Morty, have you noticed that all the dialogue in this universe has a very loose, improvised quality?
That is how things go. So you would want to be established as a town with your own councilman and vote in the government?
Protections for non-humans.
You want specific legislation. I could probably leverage that. If we would need some kind of treaty, I can arrange that as well.
So then Saverick kind of shakes his head and in agreement with that, and bye.
Nods its head and shakes her hand. There you go.
Awkward.
No, he has to be awkward about it.
No.
Man, Morty, we've. Sorry.
Shit. Composure.
Sweaty palms.
Line.
Cut.
Jesus.
Take two.
I'll bring this news to my masters, but as I said, it's going to be a hard sell. Good luck.
Well, if they want to draft the first version of some sort of treaty, we can look it over and get back to them on their demands, as it were.
3 babies a week. You eat babies.
Saverick is a bit surprised with how easily that was done, and you know, shakes his head again and leaves.
Well, she's a reasonable lady. Everyone else in Lacia, not
Well, that's good.
necessarily.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Now I'm back outside.
Yep, she's sort of an optimist.
Let's hit the
No,
road,
That's where I
gang.
get it from then.
Let's
Thanks,
hit the
Mom.
road.
All right, let's go save a person. Find a
Onward.
person.
Or try to
To-
find and
Bird.
save this person.
Yes.
Yeah, it's. Oh, geez, where are we, Rick? It's like, oh, I don't know, Morty. It seems we're in a universe where everyone's decision is literally just based on the rolls of dice. For fate, my God. Jesus. That's where
Oh,
we're
that's
headed?
my fault. No,
Oh.
right?
That's where
just
she's from.
That's where
Yeah.
the elves. That's like the village that she's from, where they had like elf stuff that I seem to know quite
Oh,
a bit about.
So the Whispering Cliffs is just like, I'm gonna go live there now. Like, I just need to move there, and because the druids are there, the elves are there, everyone's fucking there that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a pretty large area of like unknown land there too. There's no cities,
The plane.
nothing.
The Whispering Plains.
Okay, so we make a quick trek. And we want to go get her first, right?
Is that the
Yes.
plan?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm cool with
Actually,
that.
I would say that the plan should probably be to get. Well, if we get Cycle's dad. Oh, never mind. We should also check Lyra. Never mind. Yeah, let's get her first.
Well, yeah, I know. Kari is stolen. He's just kind of running somewhere. I think to get his other Viagra stash.
He's
Viagra.
well, I would share with you guys that that my mom said that he went off to stop some friend of his that was getting out of control with alchemy. That also sounds serious. And my preference would be to go to him first, but you guys really want to go save her. For my character, he probably still wouldn't go. He'd probably still just go to save his dad. But you know, I feel like for RP reasons or for this
Full
game
Metal
reasons,
Alchemist?
can't really do that.
Well, you guys can work on persuading each other as to the best course of action.
Listen, we
I
don't
see-
even know this lady.
Well,
How do
the
we
thing
even know
is
that
You
she's been
trained with her.
every day that we don't go looking for, the harder it's going to be to find her, right?
Not to mention, with her gone,
First
her sister's
48.
also gone.
Right.
Why do we need
And
her,
our
though? That's my question.
our mom just
She
said that
shoots
her
lightning bolts. Yeah, our mother just said she's an extremely valuable asset to the cause. Because with,
Oh.
with her here,
Extremely.
her sister's here too. And that's
Right.
2 magic users against an army. Yes, it's not much, but it's something.
It's
And we know
true.
your father's
But
a
with
capable
my
man.
father, unending supplies of Viagra, unending erections.
The
I don't have
Viagra
a
was a
penis,
lie.
so
Don't
Rest
you
of your
remember
life.
that?
Viagra.
erections.
Well, no, it did work. They made my brother.
Yes.
Well,
Meta, as far as you know. But none of us don't.
Is
None
the
of
only
us.
natural born child in how many fucking years?
None of us don't know, or none of us know that that's not even true, right? That it was made up.
You
We're
probably
kind
would,
of
and I
aware
probably
that-
would.
We're kind of well, I mean about your brother, but we're currently very well aware that we came from a tree.
My
Right.
point is this: I love you guys. You're like a family to me. I want to go save my dad first. I feel like for me, that's the most important. If you won't do it, I'm gonna be super fucking pissed off.
How about this? Can we make a compromise? How long are we going to take to go find the missing person, girl?
Well,
woman.
the thing is, our mom told us that she looked herself and couldn't even find a trace. But I'm hoping that with all of us, we might be able to actually find some source of, some
Right,
clue.
collaborate our minds.
And she just disappeared, right? She wasn't like taken,
No,
as
it
far
was
as we know.
no. As far
Oh,
no,
she's
the
taken.
rumor is
She's
she was
taken.
taken by unknown people.
Where did this rumor come from?
traveling traders coming up from Ergonos.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Fine.
I figured
but
maybe we could
first
dedicate.
Thing, first thing. First 48. If we don't find her after that, she's missing and she's gone. She's dead somewhere. She's in.
48.
Doesn't matter.
So 48 is that like 3 days?
2 days.
48
Um,
to 2.
2 days.
2 days. Oh.
Roll
well,
knowledge
how long
math.
is it gonna take to travel there, though?
12 miles, about maybe if we really
One
haul
day.
ass one day.
Mm-hmm.
No, not even. It's about 20 miles. We covered 50 in one day.
We can do 50 in a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, so we can get down there in just a few hours and start looking.
Well, not a few hours. Full day. But take
Well,
your
no, to
point.
get to the last known location, about, just maybe about 8-10 hours. But actually going to her actual known location, if we do find a way she went, could be a day.
How about 25? Cut it in half.
Wait,
What?
what? He's saying like if we'll give it 48 hours, like we'll look for 2 days, and if we can't find her in 2 days, then we'll switch.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Fine. But the first stop after we find her is to go get my dad.
Deal. It's a
Sounds
deal.
reasonable.
Yeah. That was
Still
the
not
plan.
happy about it, but I'll agree to it.
Okay.
We already
And
know
I'm
your
gonna-
father's a capable.
And I'm gonna use Zuzu's or Xanthem's gloves to make one of your meals taste really bad. To
You dare
show
do
my
that to one of my
displeasure.
sandwiches?
You should make it taste like semen then.
Oh God, I didn't mean that bad. I'm talking about like, I don't know what's like you take a bite of your steak and all of a sudden it tastes like black licorice. Ugh.
Ew.
I love
Ugh.
black licorice.
No, thank
For you,
My
I'll take
mom.
your
You
black
either-
licorice to make it taste like steak. Ugh.
I love steak though.
That's just
Oh, you know what? You should make it taste like liver.
Make it taste like tofu.
black licorice that tastes like steak is just jerky, isn't it?
I'm gonna make it
Right.
taste
Gross.
like haggis.
Oh,
Yeah, it's actually jerky.
I found
Okay.
the bard.
We're on the way. Let's go.
but
Let's
yes,
go,
I will let
team.
you borrow the white gloves. Just make sure you say bougie.
Bougie.
Since we're heading towards the
He
Midlands,
said that beautifully, by the way.
can Xanthem use her survival skill to see if she could find any blood lead? Because we're heading towards the
Ooh.
Midlands.
I mean, we both could. Let's.
Cool.
I mean, we'll keep an eye
Okay.
out for
Fine plan.
plants.
So what do I roll? Survival? Survival.
Are you hearing Darp talk and I'm not hearing
I
him?
am not hearing
No,
anything.
he has yet to say anything.
Okay.
So I look for the blood leaf.
Oh, you're rolling. Oh.
I think we're gonna say that it's 25 miles in a day.
Yeah.
So, how about we head
Survival.
out?
We're looking for blood
Fire
leaves.
on one.
With a 24 on the way, you don't find any blood leaf on the side of the road. Nope.
I've got pretty good survival.
Roll it.
Can we use it to assist Elithus?
Not after he's already rolled.
What about Stavrik? Can he look too?
So yeah, Savrik can roll another one.
Okay, hang on just.
But I
I'm gonna-
assumed that Kirik was asking about aid another, and that needs to be decided when the roll happens, not after the fact. Oh, that roll's not good enough. Let me help him. No, that doesn't work that way.
Damn.
So, Cycle, are you making sure that your character's token is next to the party to show you that you're not entirely in the party yet?
He's actually like
Um,
not been on the party
bam!
token for.
I got
just
Ooh.
pulled
past-
out of it.
Is that a
while
nat
ago.
20?
Yeah.
Sure is.
Motherfucker.
So he finds
Yes.
blood leaf.
Yep, he finds a small withered plant of blood leaf and manages to salvage 3 leaves off of it.
Yay!
Beautiful.
Shazam!
By the way, don't touch that with your hand.
The look of oh shit.
I'm gonna assume with that roll that I could probably. Well, no, that'd be some kind of knowledge something.
No, survival's fine. I mean, survival
Okay.
covers like poison ivy and shit too.
Okay.
This is a different form of poison ivy you don't want.
Mhm.
Imagine
I'm not gonna
poison
rub it
ivy
in
that
my
you
eyes.
touch and your
What
skin
other-
dissolves.
What's the kind that you do want?
Regular,
I
apparently.
don't know, not like fucking non-oil covered.
Well,
Poison
you
ivy?
know, maybe like boner poison ivy, like Viagra.
I don't think I'd want that either, to be honest with you.
You mean saltpeter?
Longer than 8 hours or 4 hours, go see a doctor.
That sounds pretty rough. Yeah, doesn't sound great.
There's actually a spider in real life that can kill you with
Yep.
boner venom.
Yep. It's the South American brown recluse.
Yep.
It gives
Goddamn.
men
Priapism.
impotence, as well as kill them.
Why couldn't you tell me that when I was insulting the old man?
Boner
I could have told him
death.
that's how his dad died. That would have been even better.
Boner poison.
He died from a boner spider.
Your dad tried an ill-fated scheme to give himself everlasting erections involving a spider.
No,
He killed
not
himself with it.
non-erections. Impotence. You don't
Oh.
have an erection ever for the
Wait,
rest
No,
of your life.
there's-
No,
there's a different
spider that
one.
kills you by giving you a boner so hard that it like
It's the
literally
brown
drains,
mountain cock spider.
it, like, drains the blood from your brain.
You said that with such authority that I totally believe you.
The brown cock recluse.
Oh my god. Alright, so you guys make a kind of a forced march there, I guess. Are you gonna look for a campsite here?
Yes.
That would be survival, right?
Yes, it would.
Looking around.
Hot damn!
My
Nice.
survival is amazing, by the way.
Find like a pre-made shack. Wine
Yeah.
on the table.
Yeah. Something
And a
like
butler.
that.
Well, I mean, we're looking for Kari's stuff, so.
Oh,
Yes.
maybe her campsite is here.
Well, I think at this point you would be more likely to track Urdana than you would Kari.
Yeah, save.
Okay,
well,
well-
I'd imagine she'd have some magical means. 'Cause don't we
I'm-
have?
Fairly certain that this role would be to track anyone's movements to see if we could follow somebody's trail, because we wouldn't know what we're looking for, since nobody was able to find anything so far.
Well,
The last
specifically
one
this
location.
role was for finding a campsite. So
Yeah.
you do find a pretty nice spot off to the side of the road that's big enough to fit your wagon and build a campfire, and there's not much chance of flooding or any of that stuff. But it is
Excellent.
pretty close to the woods.
I cast hide campsite.
You would.
Of course I would. I'm
Whoop,
traveling.
whoop, whoop. I call for
Can I-
shift.
Can I do perception to check and see if there's any local
Yeah,
dangers?
I mean, it's still like mid-afternoon at this point,
Oh, well, yeah.
probably.
It is? No.
I would assume. No?
25 miles, so...
It's like 15 miles here. Oh,
Oh, you guys just didn't go on the
25
road?
miles is a pretty solid
Wait,
march.
like we've traveled 50 miles every single day in the wagon so far, so.
I know. I'm
Okay.
amending that, and I'm going to say that
Gotcha.
it's 25 now.
Gotcha. Okay, so then in that case it would be nighttime and we should probably rest. Or get ready to rest. I look for berries to turn into good berries.
Okay.
As soon as I find my perception.
I think you find good berries at your campsite, or just berries at your campsite with that survival roll.
Cool.
Hide campsite, 2
So can
hours
Fabric
per
roll
level.
perception for whatever you wanted to roll?
Yeah, he's looking for dangers. At this point, it's like sunset when you guys are finally setting up camp. You don't see anything particularly threatening. You hear like some wolves howling off in the distance, but they don't seem close enough to worry about.
I roll perception to see if I can find any clues on the missing person.
Well, if
I
you're
attempt
looking
to
for
assist.
someone specifically, it's gonna be survival check to look for like footprints and stuff.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
dang it.
Survival.
Okay.
I'll attempt to assist.
Alright.
I mean, you can perception to look around for footprint in your immediate vicinity, but your chances of finding something are
Bam.
pretty tiny. Damn.
Nice. Okay, well, I'll do the footprint thing with my perception, and then I'll do the actual.
You don't find any footprints around your campsite. With that survival roll, Savrik, holy fucking shit.
Eat it.
Damn.
I hate you guys so much when you do this to me.
Ooh.
Suddenly, the forest opens up, showing a distance,
And
just
this
drag
is
marks.
why I'm a mirror.
A treant comes out and says, "She went that way."
You
Thanks,
find
Mom.
the tiniest fucking hair in a berry bush. No. Let's see. Oh man.
I have special eyes.
So Xanthem wanders away from the camp a little ways while you guys are all setting up, and she finds some footprints that look like they're running away from the road. And the reason she finds these is because she finds a couple broken branches on like some, I don't want to say hedges, but like just bushes and shrubbery in
Shrubberies?
general. Yeah, shrubberies. So she finds some twigs that are broken, and they lead her to find a couple footprints that are in the middle of those in like some mud.
Cool. Okay, well, I go back and then
And with your
inform you guys.
with your natural 20, you can tell that they are probably not more than 3 days old.
Ooh, okay, and can I tell which direction they're going to?
Yeah, you can tell they're following along the blue line that's on your
Oh,
map.
okay. Alright, well, I go back to the gang. Hey guys, I just found some footsteps. They're pretty fresh, about 3 days old, and they're on the direction that we're going, the blue line on the map.
Mom would be proud. Well, this was our last known location, and that's the only solid lead we had ever. You know, some of the first ones we found, but that does put a hamper in his plan.
Apology slightly accepted.
Okay.
So we wake up early and head that way.
So watches.
I'll take sec.
I
We'll
take
just do the
less. as
same order we always do.
Yep. Saverick gets the midnight because, you know, he can see in the dark.
Bleh.
You mean play?
Bleed.
Bleh. Bleh.
Okay. So is that 4 or 5 watches?
5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nothing happens.
Sweet.
You
Let's
lucky
do that.
bastards.
Well, the fact that from the outside our campfire site looked like a giant shrubbery.
Yeah,
no.
there is the whole
Should
hide
be-
campsite business. Yep.
Should be wary of any knights wandering by. Especially knights who say knee.
Haha.
No, don't worry. There's shrubberies nearby. It wouldn't take
Wow,
long to
they
bring one.
actually, with hide campsite, they can't smell campfires or cooking food, hear conversation,
see
loud
light.
noises, or spells. They can't
Yep.
even feel heat or rush of wind coming from the area.
It's the most awesome
Nothing.
spell ever, and basically every time we're on the road,
It's
I have
literally
it on my spellbook.
just it's like Capsule Corp almost. Just impassable walls all around you. Just pop it out and there you go.
Oh, but if
Like-
something wanders into the area of the
It
spell,
knows.
it sees
Yes.
everything.
So if
No,
it's
if
in
it just
my-
happens to touch it, if it just happens to walk through it for some reason, whatever reason, it won't break the spell, but he'll be inside like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like some dude goes to take a piss at a bush and all of a sudden there's like 12 people sitting around a campfire like, uh-oh.
Being peed on.
Well, it's not that big an area. It's a 20-foot cube, so I mean that's fairly large, but not. You can't like spread out and have that many people.
Yeah.
I would think.
No, it would be enough for 5 people to.
And a
campsite.
wagon. Yeah.
And
You-
you know, we always sleep on Blanchy like a pillow anyway, so
What?
You do what to my horse?
I'm light. I'm only 79 pounds, man.
He's literally
I'm like a
as light as a
half
feather.
He actually has feathers, so he has to be heavier than 1 feather.
Shut up with your logic. I'm only 79 pounds.
Light as a collection of feathers weighing 79 pounds.
Yep. Okay, so nothing happens during the night. The sun rises, your spell fades.
Cool.
Prep your spells for the morning with your meditation and stuff.
67
Then we
spells, actually.
get on the way.
Or pounds.
Yar. So at this point, you know, let's say there's like a land marker, like a mile marker or something, that indicates where she was seen running off into the woods, or I guess Susie found footprints, so you can follow that too. Are you going to try to take your wagon into the woods?
Depends.
Would it be like a disguise
could
check
probably-
to try to hide the wagon?
It's not so much hiding, just getting it through the terrain would require us to like.
I would
because
say-
Slow
it's-
us down significantly.
Right, but he's talking about disguising it and like hiding it next to the road where you are right now.
Trying
How
to keep
long
it
does
safe.
your hide campsite last?
Only
10
through the
hours.
night. 10 hours.
10 hours. We'll be
It really
gone
actually
longer
doesn't
than
even
that.
last. Yeah, well, we can. It's possibly going to be gone for several days.
So we probably should take the wagon with us.
I mean,
Blanche
at
is a
most we're going to be
capable
gone
horse and everything.
2 days.
That might really slow your progress because you might have to cut
Yeah.
overgrowth
And I can't
out of the way.
cast trackless step on a wagon. Like I can't just make it magically go over
I would
things.
say either a disguise check or a survival check would both be pretty good
Okay,
applications.
Case, I'm going to do a survival check.
Yeah, I figured.
I will also try to do a disguise.
If
Disguise it as a large bush.
everyone could assist me in my survival check, since we would all probably be working together to hide the wagon.
Nope. Then I guess I'll help you.
Damn. So everyone just
Um,
has to roll above a 10 and you assist him.
Yeah. Surviving.
Haha. That's what you get for that nat
You
20.
used the 20. You
So-
used the
I
20.
use a little bit of mine to assist her assist.
31, 34, I'm sorry, 33, and
35.
then 35. Yep, 35. Damn, son. Yep, you have a very lovely camouflaged wagon.
Well,
I'm looking
gonna
at it
take
and I
anything
go,
of value
"You
from
guys-
the wagon.
Yeah,
I think we might have hidden this so well we won't even be able to find it.
No, I'll mark it on the map. Our map only.
Nice. Good thinking, kid. And I do the pointy little wink move at him too.
Good
I'm like,
thinking,
this
Morty.
is my thing now. This is my thing. I think this is my thing now.
Is that your
Do this
catchphrase?
move. It's not my
Yeah.
catchphrase. It's just my catch gesture.
I mean, I guess my thing's bird puns, so.
Got bird. You do have a monopoly on bird puns.
I do.
Well, bird is the word.
You
shouldn't
could say
be,
I'm high on the pecking order.
You shouldn't be
Oh, God.
down about that.
That was a really good one.
That was a good one too, Cedric. I'm
Thank
doing my little
you.
point move.
You guys are great.
So maybe we should save this wizard lady now, huh? If we're
Yeah.
done making bird puns.
Zavrik's willing to take point going into the woods, being a hunter of monsters and having high
Wait, hold
perception
on.
and survival.
Maybe you should drink this invisibility potion first and give him my invisibility
how long does
potion.
the-
He's not
Invisibility
going
potion
to be
last?
swept up by a monster the moment he touches his first shrubbery.
1 minute per level, so it should be 6 minutes or 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's not waste your invisibility potion
Yeah.
on.
You don't want
It
to?
looks like it's going to take a lot longer than that.
Oh, is
to,
it gonna be?
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
we're
okay.
like traveling several
But-
miles.
Oh, it's several miles. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, once that happened, once we actually find it, invisibility potion, you know who to look to. Extract.
Wait a goddamn minute, I can fly.
So can I.
Yeah, well, 5 I could get Tengu wings.
Ooh.
Oh man, I just thought of like 20 really clever things, but I can't tell you.
Fine, I won't fly then.
Anyways,
Pterodactyl.
we should probably. Actually, let's see. What would I? Is there a group
So
trackless step that I can like? Mess
let's say every 10 miles or so, you'll have to redo the survival check to keep tracking. Because you don't actually know that it's this blue path. This is just an assumed path.
Okay.
You found a pair of footprints at the beginning, and that's what your first 10 miles is going to be pointed from. But the next 10 miles, I'm going to need another roll for.
So we're at our next.
So you guys travel a while and then lose sight of the tracks. So you stop and look around. Saverick comes up empty-handed.
Well, I guess I'll assist Zuzu in finding.
Me too.
Oh, there we go. So 22. Yeah. Yep. You find some footprints, and you figure out that the path actually goes this way. Yeah.
Where did you get this overview music? This overview music.
It's just like-
is this wild?
No, it's just something that they had
Oh.
built in.
Oh, whatever. Okay, retry survival check. I will attempt
Yes.
to help anyone who's trying. Well, great.
I will also
Shit.
assist, but there it is.
Oh, nice.
So we're assisting
Sand.
who? Xanthem. So that's
she's-
two
she's been the
failed
one doing it so
assists,
far.
one successful. So 23. Yep. She figures out that y'all can travel this way. And she suspects you guys are getting closer now. Clouds have also moved in overhead.
Oh shit.
Quick, control the weather, Helithus.
Okay, my weather power is not that strong yet. Also, I'm assuming that by this point we would have to wait and, like, rest.
You've traveled 30 miles? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we need a heading.
Yeah,
I'll
there's...
assist.
Well, I would say at this point you guys have traveled a full day, so there's cloud cover moving in and it's sunset, so you probably want to find some kind of campsite that doesn't suck.
Okay,
Well, we'll have
Let's-
Helithus do that, and I'll assist.
I will look for a campsite.
Damn. Wow.
Everyone assist
27.
for footprint.
Well,
I
no,
was originally
Zuzu
gonna.
was looking for...
Yeah, I didn't really get to choose which one I was gonna help, so I guess I'll just stick with Zuzu because that would make more sense.
Okay.
Or you could
Can't
check
help
on
anyway.
your own, Tanner.
Yep, that's me helping.
Okay. So we got a 17 on footprints. You do manage to find some, giving you a heading this way for the morning.
Okay. Well, we get our campsite already. I cast hide campsite.
Okay.
Everybody, buddy
Um,
up.
I'm also gonna do, like, just see if we can find any, like, danger stuff around.
Any what now?
I'm curious if there's, like, any danger around.
Ah. You don't hear anything in particular. Let me... Yeah, you don't hear anything. You think you think you maybe hear some bats squeaking around.
Maybe some bets? Okay. Well, before I go to sleep, I'm gonna cast Wild Instinct on myself, so I can have extra perception in the night, since we're getting close to where someone was kidnapped. It's kind of scary.
You and your spells make me look
Me and
stuff
my
up.
awesome druid spell. Hey, we're in the wilderness now. I am going to shine. I've been in
That's-
dungeons all this time. I can't do
It's
shit but cast
apocalypse
light on
now,
things.
like you're in my kingdom now.
I've been casting light on rocks and throwing them. Like,
That's fair.
Very well, though.
You are the Lightbringer.
I am the light bringer.
He's the light rocker, the one that was foretold.
Wow, this is
Like
actually a
that.
solid spell.
Yeah, it's really awesome for when you're in the middle of the woods and have no idea it's gonna kill you.
Yeah, no, that's solid. Alright. Watches.
Same as usual.
5 watches, alrighty. Yeah, you'll wait. That's not gonna work for me. Hmm. Well, how about I'll just roll it, and if something happens, then I'll make a map. Oh, hello. Okay, looks like I'm making a map. New page.
Did you just roll like the? Did you just roll the like go fuck 'em meter and like out comes another like Forrest Etton plus his 12 friends?
No,
Oh,
I like
carrying-
go fuck a meter just as a term.
Go fuck 'em meter.
no, I actually roll a D100 for
No.
each watch, and then I've been doing 20% chance of something happening.
Whose watch should we be rolling perceptions on?
We'll
Third
see.
watch right now.
That would be Sabric.
Womp womp.
I believe in you.
What do your vampire eyes see? And please don't say 4 sleeping victims. Oh my.
Yeah, I like the green. You're teal.
So you're Tucker then,
Tucker.
from Red
Hardly
vs.
know
Blue?
her.
Oh. You're a real hoot.
I'm enjoying the bird puns. They're pretty great.
I'm trying to make the best of a pretty bad situation. I don't know how I would take. I mean, like, I shrunk a full 2 feet and went from a 180-pound Undine to a 67-pound bird creature. And I gotta say, like, well, no, I can fly. I can do it whenever. Eh. I mean, it's not the cool Superman flight. It's not wizard flight. It's I gotta flap my wings and do stuff flight. And as you know, me and actually doing physical labor, we don't do very well. Last time I tried it, I rolled 4 negative ones. Gotta tell you, it was embarrassing. That was like. Oh no,
All
I
the
do
other
have the.
birds
I do.
judged you.
No, yeah, no, I grow like big black raven wings where my arms are, and I fly. I mean, I could turn into a raven if I wanted to keep that. Like, instead of use it on another feat, I could at, like, I think level 8 actually have a, like a thing that lets me, turn into a small raven, but
Oh man,
why?
I'm gonna have to resize this. Didn't realize this already had a grid on it, so I have to align it now. Hmm. Yeah, that'll work. So put your campfire up here in the top left.
I mean, it's a 20-foot square around that campfire is our thing, so we got.
Yep.
Ten feet on either side.
So pretty much like this area is the.
20-foot squares, 10 feet on each side of the campfire.
There we go. That's all cleaned up now.
Cycle. Drag your token out.
Oh, whoops. Keep forgetting I can do it on my own.
It's not that you can do it on your own, it's that you have to.
Huh.
Darpe made us do work.
I'm fine. Actually, I think I'd probably be chilling next to you. Or maybe on my own side of the campfire. Because I'm a lone type,
actually,
baby.
I mean, during the free time, like before we're sleeping, like right now, we'd probably be sleeping, but during the free time before we're sleeping, I'd probably be writing down spells for you, so.
Right. I'm not really upset with you guys. My character just says shit like that. It's not serious.
He doesn't have a filter. He's a bit like Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Except for not a bigot. And an asshole.
You don't know that. He might harbor some residual resentment towards me being a bird creature and Saverick being a vampire.
You know what they say about those bird creatures? They're lazy.
Eh.
Always late.
Eh.
I didn't ask for this.
Oh my god. Alright. So everyone's asleep, except for Saverick.
Who rolled pretty well.
He did roll pretty well. So you hear some chirping of bats. And they're pretty close to the camp.
Are
Was
you
that
hissing
the
at the
bat
bats? Is
sound?
that what you...
Wow, that was so
There you
good.
go.
That's pretty impressive.
Holy shit, that was amazing.
Huh?
the bluff roll of 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the zombie bluff roll again.
Yeah. I
Oh,
I've
they're
eaten
chipmunks
far too many.
too. Rapid chipmunks.
Damn it.
What would
Alvin.
I roll to
Alvin.
figure out what that is?
Alvin.
Another
Knowledge,
perception.
nature.
Yeah, knowledge nature.
Okay, I don't think I have any mods for that.
That's okay. That would be. It might be something that would be common knowledge, just because it's a common creature.
It be a swarm of bats. That is racist. That would be like, hey, you hear that owl? You know him, right? To me.
Oh yeah. Do you know
I
him?
didn't roll very well.
No, but you're able to determine that they are indeed bats, and there's a whole swarm of them. There's two whole swarms of them, actually, and this one flies over this way, but this one happens to fly just inside the 20-foot radius.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to wake up the druid and see if he can't get them to go away with his druidy powers.
They seem like they're immediately confused by the sudden change in scenery. Half of them are flying, like the swarm is flying in and out of the border of the spell. So they're getting kind of flustered.
I assume that I wake up when he tries to wake me, since I have super heightened perception.
Definitely.
Okay, so I walk up to the bats who are they still flying in and out?
Yeah, they're like fully in now though.
Okay. And I'm gonna. There's a lot of them. Oh god.
Mhm.
Because it's 2 swarms of
Yep.
bats.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to handle animal and see if I can assuade their confusion after I
lot of animals there.
cast Speak with Animals.
Oh man, I don't even know how that handle animal on swarms. Man.
Well, I mean, if he's
I guess-
speaking with animals, he can basically say like, "Please leave. We are no harm to you. Just go this way. Just direction,
it.
no harm. Get over there."
Well, no. So Speak with Animals allows me to ask and receive answers from animals. It doesn't make them any more friendly than normal. Wary and cunning animals are less likely to be terse and evasive, while more stupid ones make inane condiments. If an animal is friendly towards you, it may do some service for you.
So
but
wait, does it give them the intelligence to speak to you?
it gives them the intelligence to speak with me.
Oh, that's cool.
Or no,
That's cool.
it basically allows me to speak their language. I don't know if it gives them intelligence or like. I can talk with them basically as if they were
They
intelligent
sound
creatures.
oh, they're like no. Instead of speaking, they form things like in Finding Nemo.
That could be true too. Like it would allow them to communicate and answer.
They're
questions and
Skyrite.
talk with me.
Yeah, no, they just form shapes and stuff like that sardine swarm. They turn into like a thumbs up, like an
Yeah,
arrow.
I think it-
will work with Swarm.
I think it does. Actually, with swarm, I'm not sure.
Swarms have intelligence based on how big the swarm is.
Yeah.
They are one cohesive unit though. So like saying that like only one bat would be the representative of what is basically a hive mind. I
Mhm.
mean, that maybe would be one thing. Like he speaks for the group.
Okay, well, his DC, he rolled a 20, which gets him above the 15 for handling an animal. Which this task involves commanding the animal to perform a task or trick that it knows. If the animal is wounded or is taking any non-lethal damage, your ability is greater damage. The DC increases by 2. If the check succeeds, the animal performs the task or trick on its next action.
Well, he rolled a 20 for handle animal.
Right.
So
The next
my
highest
handle
DC
animal-
is 25, though. I mean, he can teach it something if it
Yeah, the
is friendly
basically,
to
Teach
him.
it go away.
The handle animal that I rolled, it passes the DC for I'd be able to command it to answer my question.
Yeah.
Just command it
That
to
if
go
since
the other
since
way.
I can speak with it, it should be able to command it to
Yeah.
talk to me.
I mean, I'm still asleep.
Oh my gosh. Talking to a swarm.
I'm talking to 2 swarms of bats. I feel strange.
Hey, you talked to Legion and
Actually,
Mass
the
Effect.
second one can't hear you.
Oh, yeah,
It still
sounds
hasn't
like
flown in.
Okay, so I'm talking to a swarm of bats. I ask the bats, or I tell the bats, don't be confused. I've cast magic on the campsite to protect us from those that might cause us harm.
Okay.
That's a bit okay.
I think that's above its pay grade.
That's basically.
I mean, we were just be like, we were and you know what? You're the druid here.
Yeah. So, what has you guys flying out here at this time of night? Are you just hunting?
Oh, delicious mosquitoes.
Oh, good. You're the one killing all the bugs. Excellent. Have you seen others traveling through here on previous nights, perhaps? Maybe a few days ago?
Oh,
We're
look at
looking for a
you.
couple of Undine that went through here. One was possibly
Look at
kidnapped, and the other one
you.
was looking.
I think this would be a good time for diplomacy, yes?
Okay.
He's communicating with them verbally.
I am communicating with them verbally.
Shh. He's
However,
speaking to the
couldn't
bat
I argue,
ambassador.
since they're animals, I could use handle animal as
I would
diplomacy.
Bat
Yeah, I would
ambassador.
agree with that.
Okay,
If you want to
so I have
substitute it.
way
He's
better mod
talking
on
to
handle
bat-
animal than I do.
Same fucking roll. Okay. Yeah, I think they're gonna try to answer your question. So you hear them kind of bickering amongst themselves, and one of them says, "No, he means the blue one."
Yes, I mean the blue one. Definitely the blue one. Two blue
Saverick
ones,
is
in fact.
confused as shit. He
'Cause
sees
he
a
just
massive
hears-
The thing is, like,
swarm
you
of
would have
bats.
no idea what's going on, like, because you can't understand.
Oh
that.
yeah. No, I
He's
see you
getting
making
one half of it.
words. You're
He's getting one
you're-
half of the conversation.
There's something going on with you.
Let's see. I don't know if they're gonna be able to tell you anything you don't already know, though. Is the thing.
I mean, they might not, like, they're bats that only travel at night, so I'm not surprised if they can't tell me anything more than
Well, what?
Also,
It's
on
suspicious
that
of
note-
who?
Not being suspicious.
Maybe. Unless you're in a thick forest. Um. So they kind of fly over by where you found the footprints, and they're like, "They went that way."
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes.
Now summon a swarm of insects to feed them for their help.
Actually, let
That's
me look at
really
the swarms
clever,
that
actually.
I can summon.
Isn't that kind of like a mass sacrifice?
It's the balance.
It's natural.
Well, the thing is,
Uh,
my summon nature's ally companions are not like life that is around, so I wouldn't feel bad. Also, it allows them to be happy and keeps
Fair
the natural
enough.
order of
Actually,
things.
no.
so-
You can just summon a swarm of insects. You really just can. It's summon
Is it
swarm.
just some swarm? Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
Is it
If it's
if
just
it's
some
Bats,
causing
swarm
them
of
to
rats, or
come into
spiders?
existence, then yes.
They'll eat spiders.
Don't you have to have that spell prepared, though?
Summon
Oh.
nature's
Swarm.
ally. I can switch out for any spell that I have prepared.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
any
you
time.
can do Summon
No, I
Nature's
think-
Ally, but
yeah.
can you summon a swarm with Summon Nature's Ally?
No,
That's
yeah,
what
you
I'm
can
looking
drop
at.
any spell. Yeah, it's the other way around. You drop a level 1 spell for a level 1 summon nature's ally.
That's what he said.
No, I think you said it the other. Well, whatever.
Let me see
You
if
have
there's
Summon Nature's Ally.
Swarm listed in here. Nope, no swarms under Summon Nature's Ally, unfortunately.
Yeah, in that case, I can't.
Not unless they're gonna eat a giant ant.
Ah,
Let me just look at the. We can see if there's anything that I might be able to offer them that they might like.
Giant centipedes.
yeah, I don't think that would go well for them though.
I'm not sure you get any, like, tiny or diminutive creatures, actually.
Well, that's what the swarm would be if he had it. I mean, the
Yeah.
swarm is just spiders, so it'd be like daddy long legs. And your bats do eat spiders like motherfuckers. It's just usually they get things that
Motherfuckers!
are flying.
Yeah, summon swarm is a spell that I have to prepare
Yeah.
separately.
Well, anyway.
So.
I'm gonna say you
Oh, well.
successfully convinced the bats to leave you alone.
Yeah, just let us be and have fun hunting for mosquitoes.
Saverick would be very confused.
Thank you. You're nice.
I am going to roll I guess it would be perception to see if I can like point them in the direction of.
In the direction of insects, because there's
Yeah.
a stream right there. There'll be tons of mosquitoes around that stream.
Bugs.
Bugs.
Anyway, boys and girls, it is past the time where we usually wrap up.
Bugs are over there. Go over there and eat the bugs.
Whoosh.
Yep. I thought you might like the whooshing sound.
I do.
Sound.
It lets you know exactly what's going on, as opposed to like combat. We hear.
Anyways, so as far as me and Cycle's conversation go, I was probably gonna be spending like every day that we like camp out and rest, like copying down a few spells for him to look at
Okay.
to see which ones that he wants. But how does his thing work for
Well, here's
like
the thing.
turning my spells
You
into
wouldn't
potions?
you wouldn't need to do that. You just need to be there to cast it on
Yeah,
the potion
but like
when I was crafting it. So you
yeah,
wouldn't
but you'd
have
have
to
to
like
know
take.
you'd have to know which spells that you wanted.
I mean, you could just tell me what you could do.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to like write them out or anything like that.
And it will consume that spell for the day when you
for
do
the
it.
day that when I cast
Right.
it. Yeah. So I'd probably do it on a day like we're in town or resting or
Mhm.
Yep.
one that we're not planning on doing anything.
Yep.
Because I have lots of spells. Like you underestimate how many spells I can cast.
Well,
That's good.
the thing is, though, they have to be spells that can be made into potions. And anything that doesn't have... So anything that has a target of you or self can be made into a potion. Anything else cannot. So like your like Stone Call and Summon Nature's Ally and that kind of stuff, you cannot. But like Cure Light Wounds or a buff spell, you can.
Okay, so if it can target me, then I can
Yes.
cast it as
Right.
into a potion. So
That
things
makes
like
sense,
Stone
'cause you
Shape I
wouldn't-
wouldn't be able to, but
You wouldn't be
speak
able
with
to like
animals, I could.
drink a potion. That would, yeah, you wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to like drink a potion that would hurt someone else.
Speak with nature. Drink this. He drinks this. He turns to a plant. He goes, "I'm gonna smoke you."
Groot.
I think Speak with
am
Nature is okay,
Groot.
right? Because it's a
Say what?
target self.
I would think
Speak
so.
with nature.
Well, any kind of enhancement on yourself.
Speak with
would be
animals.
Speak with animals is
uh, tree stride.
Yeah, target personal
Yeah.
range you. Yep.
Oh man, Ryan, wait till you get tree stride. That thing's the tits.
The tits.
It really is. You leap from tree to tree up to 300 feet away. You're like fucking Hancock, just like. "Pew!"